watching on the
setting of the sports entertainment talk. Get ready for in-depth
We can do it on our end, but it resets on his end. It happened to Carlos last week.
I'm not sure. Are you talking about the input setting? Yeah. No, it's fine.
No.
With your hosts, Van Nunley and Fred Slow, with producer Isaiah Johnson on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
It's Wednesday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? That means professional hockey is back in New Mexico, man. That's what that means.
Baby.
I yesterday hosted the press conference for the new New Mexico Hockey Club. Super excited about that. They're going to be playing out at the Rio Rancho Events Center. Did a bunch of media talking about the excitement around the team coming to town. Had a ton of fun with it. It was a very good showing. The buzz is allowed and heard here. So there you have it, man. New Mexico has professional ECHL hockey again. Let's go.
Incredibly stoked, and not a better place in the area to do it than the Rio Rancho Event Center. You know how much I love that place. Every event that they put on is always a banger. So what a perfect match made in heaven. Some professional hockey at the Rio Rancho Event Center. I couldn't be happier.
Wildly fun. Isaiah Johnson, welcome to the show.
It's a great day. It's a great day. This day will go down in history. Also, thank you for
talking about yesterday. Talking about when I announced the hockey.
Yes.
Yeah, yesterday.
Of course, both today as well.
Yeah, because now you're a hockey guy.
That also will go down in history, so you can add that to the things.
Okay.
Like today.
Yeah. Now that New Mexico is hockey.
I know that New Mexico Hockey Club is just a placeholder.
Yeah.
But I love it.
The name?
We don't need a name. New Mexico Hockey Club. Just represent the state.
Yeah.
Represent everything we're all about. Get some cool Zia flag jerseys.
Yeah.
Get some cool turquoise alternatives. Represent the state. Represent the history.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need a stupid name.
Yeah, I feel opposite.
NMHC. I like it.
Yeah, doesn't the forgot the GM's name already. Sucky me, but didn't he say it's not going to be New Mexico Hockey Club?
I mean, you're talking about the president of Rez?
I'm into
yes, the president.
Sean Decker? Yeah, I mean, he did say that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say this.
But what if I vote for New Mexico Hockey Club over and over and over and over again, and it's a landslide winner?
NMHC?
Yeah, I'm into it.
New Mexico.
New Mexico,
for
where
NM,
we are.
For NM.
That's the state we live in. NM.
H for hockey.
Hockey.
C for
professional hockey that's coming.
Club.
Here. Yeah, and then C for club. C for anything you want it to be, but for sure club.
Now, what about the fan group? Because you want to name your fan group, and you would need, so you would name them the New Mexico Hockey Fan Group, the NMHFC.
The Puckheads.
NMFC, you can't use, because that sounds like that would be New Mexico Football Club. So you can't be like New Mexico Fan Club.
Correct. Yeah.
And with a team name, so like here's like an example, right? So like give me a name of a team that is a hockey team in New Mexico that this team could be. Not hockey club, but like something else. Like name something else.
Any name?
Like a name that you think would be fitting.
Okay. Not the Ice Wolves.
No, that's already taken.
That's taken. That's taken by a hockey team.
I think the Ice Wolves
in Albuquerque.
The Ice Wolves already have that.
Correct.
Okay.
Because they are the Ice Wolves.
Hold on.
You referred to them as the Ice Wolves, so scratch that one away.
The Ice Wolves for some time have been known as the Ice Wolves. So that's not going to be an option.
Right.
Okay.
Since they became the Ice Wolves, they've been the Ice Wolves.
They may have, before they became the Ice Wolves, also have been the Ice Wolves, but I don't know the whole etymology of it. So name a team that could be the name of the New Mexico Hockey Club, but it's not currently the name, but a name that you think would be fitting.
That would be a good one. Well, if it's not going to be New Mexico Hockey Club, we've established that that's not a choice I can make right now.
That is, as of this moment, that one is
scratch it. No. Strike that, reverse it. Don't use that one.
Not scratch
So
it.
another one.
Not scratch it like it's an itch and you
Okay.
want to feel good.
Mhm.
Scratch it like from the lineup.
Can I use the city name?
Rio Rancho or Albuquerque?
What? Albuquerque.
Okay, but they play in Rio Rancho.
Correct. But it's like the 13th floor in a hotel. Like,
You just don't mention it.
you know where you are.
Okay.
Like you're Albuquerque North.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, get over yourself.
Okay. Yeah, this is good.
Yes. So if I was going to use the city name,
Yeah.
which is Albuquerque,
Yeah.
and then something iconic from the region, from the city's history,
Yeah.
especially the city's sports history,
Yeah.
I would probably go Albuquerque, hear me out, Dukes.
All right. It's already taken.
By another hockey team here?
Yeah. It's already.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Who's got that one?
What about like Amway or something? Was Amway that one that was out there forever?
Yeah, the Amway that scammed people into
What
moving to Rio Rancho.
What about that?
Yeah. And move them into neighborhoods without electricity
Yeah.
or plumbing
Yeah.
or streets.
What about that?
Yeah, that'd be a good one. The Rio Rancho Pyramid Schemers.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay. Cool. So let's say that.
Okay.
So that's the name of the team is the Pyramids,
The scheme,
right?
the scheme team.
The scheme team.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
would be your fan. That would be what your sport group would call the scheme team.
The schemers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a schemer.
Now the name I submitted, I'll be really transparent here,
Okay.
is I submitted New Mexico Vision.
By the way, you can't be trans in this administration. So
Parent. I said transparent.
Okay.
The parent of a trans.
okay,
So
that's nice.
yeah. So I said they should be the Rio Rancho Vision. Because number one, I like team names that are verbs.
Okay.
Number two, I guess that's not a verb, but I like team names that don't end in an S. That's like a big part of my thing. And it's the Rio Rancho is the city of
City of Vision.
Vision.
Nice.
So I
Hey.
thought the Vision would be a good one. All right, from the
Zay-
texter, New Mexico Skinwalkers.
Zay, get me Mayor Hall on the line.
Yeah, can you call Greg
Yes.
Hall?
Mm-hmm.
I'll text you his number.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
the Rio Rancho Vision is my name.
That's a good one.
I think it's a good name.
That's a good name.
I'm advocating for it. I've already bought the website just in case, and I think that's a go. Right
Okay.
now, you're like, well, what would the fan base's team name be if the team's name was Vision?
I mean, obviously they're visionaries.
All right, that's good. I was going to go with the Scarlet Witches. That was my move. I was
What?
going to.
The Ditch Witches.
Well, Vision is with the Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff. So I thought you would call the supporters of Vision
Supporters of Vision would
the
be
Scarlet
Witches.
Witches.
Okay.
It's that's my vision.
Your vision of the vision.
Well, Rio Rancho is the city of Vision.
Yeah.
Vision's girlfriend is the Scarlet Witch.
Got you. I think that
It's kind of a deep
the
cut
team name should be New Mexico
here. New Mexico.
or the real capital of New Mexico, Albuquerque, because it's where the
Okay.
most
Yep.
it's where the most people in the state live.
Which is what makes a place a capital.
No, not at all. But still,
Okay.
you hear me out. So if you call it Rio Rancho,
Albany is
I think that
pissed.
would be too much division in between the fan bases. So you got to
Okay.
call it Albuquerque
So New Mexico.
or New Mexico something. I like New Mexico.
New Mexico Vision.
Yeah.
Are we still going with Vision?
Well, no, if you don't call it Rio Rancho, the vision doesn't work anymore.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, no one knows what
And
that
that
means.
was mostly just a long setup for a Marvel reference.
Sure.
So it's not even like that was a real idea that I had.
It's not your worst one, that's for sure.
Yeah. Now, there's lots of good New Mexico names.
Remember when you wanted to give a wild pigeon an autopsy because you thought birds aren't real?
It wasn't wild.
You thought birds are just government drones sent to spy on us.
You're talking about,
remember when that happened?
That's not a thing I ever did.
You did that all the time. It was months and months. And I told you it was a very bad idea for us to dissect a pigeon on the patio of Rio Bravo Brewery.
It's not a real story.
This is way better than that idea.
It's not a real thing. Also, we're at Rio Bravo today. We weren't here yesterday on a Taco Tuesday as the Isotopes were playing a little bit of baseball. They had day game baseball today. Tough loss for the Isotopes. So your boys are here on a Meat Wednesday. So come meet us, but then eat some meat.
A lot of meat. Smoky BBQ instead of Taco Tuesday.
What's the name of whenever we get a lot of rain really fast?
Downpour?
No, like the Southwest name for
A
it.
flash flood.
No. When it rains,
It's a chingale.
what is that?
Okay. I can't say it in English.
Okay, so
Okay.
no, not that. And
Okay.
I don't mean
Okay.
when the arroyo, like, when it rains so fast and so hard for like a minute, 5 minutes, like 10 minutes.
I think I said 2 really good answers so far.
Yeah, I mean, that's not, there's one
Yeah.
word.
Oh, one word.
It's the type of rain.
Okay.
It's not a tornado. Isaiah, yes?
Heavy rain,
No, it's not heavy rain.
light rain.
Monsoon is the word I was looking for, Van. Monsoon. I feel like New Mexico Monsoon is a good name for a hockey team.
What about Toon Squad? I like Toon Squad.
Okay, that's not
What
very-
about
it's not New Mexico.
the Soon Squad?
Yeah, Looney
For
Tunes. A lot of it's
monsoon.
in Albuquerque. And Bugs Bunny is definitely in Albuquerque.
So
Roadrunners
what
in
if we
Albuquerque.
named them the New Mexico Left Turns? It would need to be Albuquerque. Wrong
Bugs Bunny's
turn.
pretty
It's a-
Albuquerque, no?
It's a little wordy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
how about the New Mexico, we don't know how to use roundabouts?
It's not
It could be an acronym.
It's not bad. Now, hold out. Now, I think I might have actually just got the idea.
Okay.
This has come to me on air. This is a shoot idea. This is not a punchline idea. What if it was just high desert hockey?
The old HDH.
HDH.
Okay. It's got a ring to it.
It's got something to it.
Mhm.
New Mexico's the high desert. It has hockey, according to that sentence that I just said, which is the team name, the high desert hockey.
Can't be Scorpions or Roadrunners
Those are out.
historically.
And I do know a little bit about the word mark and the trademark.
Or Mustangs?
I
What was it-
believe
what was
the
other one?
Mustangs was
Mustangs.
one. Yeah,
Mustangs, Scorpions, Roadrunners.
they played in
We don't
different
use those.
leagues.
Okay.
Yeah. Cold front, is that something?
Doesn't get cold here enough.
It doesn't get that
No,
cold.
not
Okay,
enough.
so
Not enough.
heat wave. Now it's a little ironic.
Or
Okay,
drop the wave
got it.
and
Heat,
just
New Mexico heat
Mexico Heat. Anybody using that one?
in the NBA.
Oh, okay.
Now what about? All right, so what if we go another like? It implies cold, but it primarily implies geographical. Okay. Peaks or peak.
For the San
Ooh, I like
Dias.
peak.
Yeah.
The New Mexico peak, because there's no S. And are we talking about the top of the Sandias? Are we talking about performance? These are good names.
I think we've nailed a lot of good ones so far
That's our deal.
and got a lot of them out of the way as well.
100%.
Yeah.
The I don't know if I know what the name will end up being, but I'm gonna tell you it's gonna be a fun process to follow, as they already have over 100 name applicants according to the press conference yesterday.
How many good ones?
I don't know that.
Okay.
But they did say there would be a fan runoff of a half dozen or so. So there you have it.
I like it.
We're at Rio Bravo Brewery. It's a Meat Wednesday. Come and meet us and eat some meat. We're on until 7 tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun hanging out with us. Lots going on in the world. The NBA, the NHL, big trade in the NFL. We'll talk about that at length. Guys that probably should have got cut already are getting cut. We'll talk about that too, if it's that part of the year. I don't like episodes of the show where we just name people,
No.
but we're going to lean heavily into impact. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Welcome back to Two Men On. We are at Rio Bravo Brewery. Lots going on in the world of sports. The athletic director of New Mexico Highlands got fired today, Van. I don't know if you saw that.
I think that place needs a change in leadership.
Yeah. We'll talk about that down the road.
Yeah,
Developing. There's a Will Weber did a real good article on it in the Santa Fe Observer. So if you get a chance, go read that. Did not really give a reason.
It's big news if it makes Santa Fe Observer's radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they could either report it on how the baseball team has lost 74 of their last 78 games on the road.
Is that a real
or-
stat?
That's a real stat.
On the road.
On the road.
Not total.
I know the final year I was there.
Do they only play on the road?
No.
Okay, good.
The final year I was there broadcasting, I think they were 3-48.
All of the wins at home?
Probably.
Statistically.
I know when they play like Western New Mexico and Eastern New Mexico, they lose every time. And that probably shouldn't happen.
Whenever they played Colorado Mesa, we were like, oh boy.
That's not even in New Mexico. That's like they're supposed to lose to them.
Quick callback to last segment.
Yeah.
From OG friend of the show, Kaya.
To your kid. You're talking about your child.
The altitudes. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The friend of the show, Sanjay, said during the break, the huevos.
Oh. Is that how you pronounce it?
Like the breakfast, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Huevos rancheros?
Yeah.
That's totally what he meant by that.
That's what he meant.
Yeah.
New Mexico huevos.
Sanjay at Rio?
The most expensive team.
Yeah, Sanjay's a real person. Like what? Friend of the show, Sanjay.
Is he at Rio?
No, it came on the text line, 505-246-0610.
No.
Yeah.
He might be eventually.
He might be.
Good odds.
Yeah. Knowing how he likes meat and drink, because those things are here.
I got myself a big old Mexican lager right here. I didn't wait for 5 o'clock.
I know he had skin in the game on that game last night, so that might affect if he's going to watch it.
What game was last night? We were off.
The Warriors game.
Come
Warriors
out and play.
Beat me to it.
We'll talk about an NBA, I promise. So there's a trade here today in the NFL.
Really?
You don't get a ton of player-for-player trades because then there's something to immediately grade it on.
Yeah.
So you get a bunch of cowardly things like what happened today. So the Steelers have sent wide receiver George Pickens to.
What, you mean like one of the best receivers in the league, George Pickens? Where'd he go?
No. He's not. He's 1 year away from becoming a complete nut job. But we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
So
George Steelers do have a rich history of that.
That's their
skill position players in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Oh, insane people.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So he and a 2027 sixth round, so not the next draft, but the draft after that, that goes to the Cowboys, and the Cowboys send a 2026 third round and a 2027 fifth round. So two perspective here. One, get out before it gets real bad, which is what I believe Pittsburgh has done.
Yeah, they saw the writing on the wall.
100%.
And they're like, oh, we'll fleece this.
And then
octogenarian.
The Cowboys are going to have press conferences about how CeeDee Lamb was targeted more, and then how that team is going to fall apart from outside the hash marks end. So it's going to be a tough one for the Cowboys fan today. This is bad.
That's what's going to happen. Okay, well, here's the difference between Pickens and Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was on a very, very good football team with a very, very good quarterback. George Pickens has been playing with Kenny Pickett and Russell Wilson.
You guys tell me all the time.
I understand his frustration, and you know better than anybody, Fred, how awful of a coach Mike Tomlin.
Well, hold on. You guys tell me all the time how good of a team that is. You guys tell me all the time how they got their stuff together. Like, well, you can't have. Are you buttering both sides of your bread here, brother?
No, they went 500 because of Pickens, Russ, and Mike Tomlin. But Mike Tomlin's such a bad coach. The quarterbacks there have been awful. George Pickens is going to Dallas, Texas, where there's no state tax. He's got CeeDee Lamb. Anything he does is under the magnifying glass. He will be the most content George Pickens.
Because historically, Van, when he plays the Cowboys, he doesn't have any profanity-laced eye black on, and he makes the best decisions while playing Texas.
Well, he actually slung our player down by his face mask.
Oh, so okay, so he's got on the field stuff too. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, he's real stable.
But this is what Dallas, maybe not to that extent. This is what they need. Everyone's too soft in Dallas.
Yeah.
Whenever they have 0 points at halftime, no one's upset, no one's throwing their helmet. We need somebody to light a spark, and George Pickens is perfect.
And he gets to join a elite group of traded Steelers wide receivers who all had incredible careers when they left Pittsburgh. Just really turned the corner once they got out of that awful situation. I mean, like Martavis Bryant. What a great career he had when he left Pittsburgh. Am I right? We all know Antonio Brown, how he shined when he got out of Pittsburgh.
He won a Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Chase Claypool.
Yeah.
He did great.
World
when he left.
beater.
Yeah. Incredible.
Now, George Pickens.
Old Deontay Johnson. Yeah. Crushed it when he left.
Well, if you remember old Georgie P, going back to Georgia where he played football, sexual assault case.
Oh.
Yeah, so I had that going for him. He's not the dude you want on your squad.
Really? Last year, deep ball reception, 62.3 yards per catch. That was first in the league. He had 59 catches that were deep balls. That was first in the league. Literally was statistically the best deep ball receiver in the NFL with Russell Wilson and Kenny Pickett. So I think
the accusation says penetrated her without consent. That's the person that the Cowboys traded for, Kenny Pickett.
Did the Browns not give a good enough deal?
George Pickens.
What were the Browns offering?
He then blamed a teammate on the whole thing.
Oh, that's we all look alike thing? Is that what he's doing?
I don't know, man. Just wild. Well, good on Pittsburgh for moving on from a troublemaker, and good luck to Dallas because this dude is not a dude you want on your squad.
Well, we'll see. We will see.
We've already seen.
If history is
we haven't
any indication whatsoever.
Yeah, all those things I said. Those are things we've seen.
We've not seen CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens and Dak Prescott on the same football field. We've not.
No, we've only seen him with a bunch of other guys who he screwed up.
Well, yeah, when he was number one receiver in the league last year for deep balls. Yeah. I mean, just take that, apply it to Dallas. Will he maybe have some sideline explosions? Maybe. Maybe that's what they need. In
the 2027 draft, when the Steelers have that 3rd and 5th round pick that they pilfered from the Dallas Cowboys organization, Pickens won't even be a Cowboy anymore.
No. When you say Pickens is an explosive wide receiver, I don't need to know if you're talking about on the field or off the field.
Sure.
Like I need to immediately know what you're trying to say here.
Well, personality-wise, both.
He is what I believe a lot of losers who analyze sports would call a cancer, but he is what I believe a lot of stable people, when they refer to sports, would call a loser.
The locker room loves him. His teammates love him.
No.
Yes.
No.
He just is one of those guys who, if you're losing and your team's sucking, he might be the first one to lose his cool.
Right. And like when they were losing and
then getting suspended and not being on the field at all.
And taking all of his teammates and teammate affiliated stuff off his like social media and a protest of how good of a teammate he is.
Well, I got a good question for you guys.
Okay.
All right. You see this a lot of times in like younger grades and the kids acting up, right? You sit them next to one of the best behaving kids in the class, and that sometimes balances it out, right? Sometimes helps.
Say that part again. Give it to me one more time.
Like if say you're in any situation where you've got multiple people, one of them's going off the deep end. Usually, if you put them close, it's like say there's assigned seating, right? You put them close to the kid that does everything correctly. Usually that helps balance some things out. Seen it plenty of times. Who would you say in the NFL is just a better off the field person, Dak Prescott? Like you can't just give me a person. At least unless something crazy comes out, Dak Prescott's got one of the best characters in the league. No one ever comments on him off the field. It's all on the field. So you put Dak Prescott and give him George Pickens, maybe Dak changes to George Pickens. He's still 24 years old. It's not like he's just a 30-year-old receiver. He's 24. Dak Prescott's about to be in his 30s. I think he's in his 30s.
And to be wildly clear, through Zay's fandom, absolutely accused of sexual assault in 2017. But yeah, Dak Prescott.
We'll save him.
Okay, so how many people are you fans of that have had false accusations? Did he get charged with it? I know you like to pull the sexual assault card, but Dak Prescott has never been found guilty for sexual assault.
Charged, yes. Convicted, no.
Okay, so therefore he doesn't get that cloud on his.
Because of
on his background check.
Lack of evidence.
Convicted.
Lack of evidence. Correct, is what they said.
Okay,
yeah.
So that sounds like somebody was doing a money grab.
Oh, I thought we were.
My
confusion. I thought we were talking about the character. I got confused.
Yeah, it's exactly. So his character is still flawless because he was not convicted.
Flawless is not the word I would use.
Not what that
but
means.
Yeah, I would say he wasn't convicted.
You know, he was just literally nominated. What's that award? I'll figure it out. Don't worry.
I don't know. I'd have to.
I'm pretty sure it was a Walter Payton award. He won it, actually. Yeah, Walter Payton Man of the Year. He won it.
That's pretty sweet.
So, not in 2017.
No, it was after 2017. So do you think do you think a guy that was accused of sexual assault and was just accused of that would be nominated and win the Walter Payton Man of the Year?
Well,
if the answer is yes,
not in the same calendar year.
Those are different years.
Period. Ever paired together.
It did just happen. You said that with Dak Prescott. Okay. Also, and I'll be the conspiracy guy here, I think the Walter Payton Man of the Year award is a work by the NFL.
Oh my gosh.
But that's a different conversation.
There's not.
You guys are both.
There's not only one
wrong.
nice guy in the NFL.
No.
There's
There's lots of them. Yeah.
a bunch.
Now, if Kurt Warner was the
one?
quarterback, I would be like, yes.
Who's not one? George.
No,
Pickens.
he's not the one. He's not the business. He
For your sanity and mental health, Zay, I do hope he turns it around and he's a good dude and a good teammate, and he, all the allegations were, unfounded and he didn't have any charges like Dak Prescott. I hope this is all the case. Because you're more fun to be around when the Cowboys are doing well.
Everything NFL is more fun to be around when the Cowboys are doing well.
So for your mental health.
To be honest, I don't even think you've been together since the Cowboys. They were awful.
You weren't alive.
No, the last time they were good. It's been a while.
So how would you know?
Well, I mean, week to week is what I judge.
Yeah.
After a dub on Monday, you're a different person.
Well, he wanted them to lose for a while, and then they were winning.
Yeah. So that trumps your whole statement.
Yeah,
that trumps your, because I was upset when they won last year. It was literally the opposite.
I mean, I like the idea of narratives. Like, you go from whatever, 5 minutes ago, or I guess yesterday, troubled wide receiver, to now pivoting professional.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
I like a good redemption story.
Again,
I'm into that.
Antonio Brown, head case, right? Did he or did he not win a Super Bowl while literally living in Tom Brady's house? Yeah, that happened. So if Antonio Brown could pull
George
off,
Pickens needs a babysitter, is what you're saying.
Hey, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes.
Also,
as long as you get on the field and go catch touchdowns for us.
Slight difference in Tom Brady and Dak Prescott.
Character-wise, we want to go back to accusations route again.
All wise.
Let's go. Let's go find just a random article. Throw it on Tom Brady. Say he can't win any awards for his character because there's an article.
I mean, he's like a winner. He saved Antonio Brown.
How'd he save him? Look at him right now.
You just told me he did. You said he won a Super Bowl.
No, I didn't say he saved him. I was saying that you can be a head case and still win a Super Bowl. But for you to say he saved him, he's probably worse right now than he ever was. I should have his equipment on the field. Well,
that wasn't the year they won the Super Bowl, though.
But it was with Tom Brady on the team.
It was a different one. Well, I'm confused. Either sleeping on Tom Brady's couch made him a Super Bowl winner, or he did nothing. But I don't know which.
He played his cards right. He's like, I'm going to save the crazy until I get what I want, and I'm letting it back.
Didn't he sleep with Tom Brady's wife? He claimed while living in that house.
Yep,
okay, I just don't know, Isaiah. I'm following you, but it seems a little sus.
He still won that Super Bowl, though. He scored a touchdown in it, actually. Bring it on, George Pickens. Also,
George
by the way, we
Pickens
don't
has
condone hitting.
a big catch radius.
Yeah.
Also called reach. And that's what a Zay's doing right here. He's reaching.
How? Not at all.
I like when the Steelers went and got like a actual pro, like a talented wide receiver in DK Metcalf, and he showed up and goes, "No, this dude's got to go."
Yeah.
Like, are we trying to be winners here? That's the scenario I think I saw.
So we applaud the Steelers now. So now they make smart decisions.
We've been applauding them this whole trade.
No, I mean, but Mike Tomlin, I mean, this is his choice.
What's GM
So
stuff?
And we haven't even really addressed the elephant in the room here.
All right, address him.
At pulling the strings,
Pull-
puppeteering the Steelers organization right now is their soon-to-be signed quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
Didn't want to play with George Pickens.
dang, that's another level.
Well, Aaron Rodgers can't even throw the ball longer than 40 yards.
Like
So
kept him
George
from
Pickens wouldn't
drafting
have been-
Shedeur, though. I mean, this is 2 in a row
Yeah.
now.
Two great moves by Aaron Rodgers so far.
All just puppets in a Rodgers world.
Rodgers is finally turning the corner as a GM. He's finally made a couple good decisions
He's
in a
the
row.
GM of teams he's not even on.
Yet.
If you put George Pickens on the Green Bay Packers, he'd be the best receiver on the team.
Well,
the Packers would never have him.
No,
Oh
they don't
no,
deal
I'm
with
just
that.
letting you know. As far as a football player, he'd be the best player on the team. Also, Jair Alexander, not the best guy.
if we're saying that I'm correct in all things sports related, as true as I believe it is that George Pickens will be a disaster playing in Arlington, I'm going to tell you that Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb will sign with the Steelers in next week as soon as Aaron Rodgers gets there. These things are all facts.
Breaking news.
All right, breaking
Jordy
news. Lord.
Nelson unretires
Dang.
to be signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Is Devontae
James
Adams
Jones is
with the
James
team?
Jones is still in the gym.
The kick returner?
He might have kick return, but he's a receiver for the Packers. Very, very good receiver.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking about? Jordy Nelson again. Yeah. Just 2 minutes on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
the sports animal.
Welcome back to Two Men On. We're at Rio Bravo Brewery. It's a Meat Wednesday. Come meet us, eat meat.
Yeah.
I just made that up. I don't know if that's a good one. That's the one I'm going with.
Meet and greet Wednesday here.
Ooh,
at
that's
Rio
a good
Bravo.
one. Yeah. In whichever order you want.
Mhm.
NBA talk. The Pacers are going back to Indiana with a 2-rip lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers because Tyrese Halliburton waited till the very end to be that dude, but he was that dude. A commanding 1-point win last night, but they got that 1 point in the very final moments. Man, I didn't think Cleveland was going to lose a game until maybe the Eastern Conference Finals. Really, I didn't think they were going to lose a game until the NBA Finals, and they're not going to win another game.
Yeah. 2 games, 2 crazy come-from-behind victories in the fourth quarter, both led by Tyrese Halliburton, the most overrated player in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Not my words. Those are the words
Of the NBA.
Of the NBA. and he took that personally.
Oh, my gosh. I have no idea what's happening in this round of the playoffs, but it's – and I've never done – all right, Van, help me. I've never done crack. You?
The drug?
Yes.
Oh, so much.
Because that's what I think this feels like.
Oh, being high on crack?
Yeah, I feel like I'm addicted to this round of the NBA because of crack.
But it lasted longer than 8 minutes.
Is that how long? Well, hold on. Not that 7-point lead at the end for the Cavs. Definitely. So I want to make sure I got this right. They've come back from a 7-point lead under a minute twice in the last 3 games. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
No lead is safe when the most overrated player of the NBA is on the court.
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers currently lead the league in snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. These games are unreal, dude. And the Halliburton kid, not to like oversimplify it, but the Halliburton kid is looking at a team and he's like, this is a team that chokes. Like in the final moments, because this just happened like a day earlier. Like, this is incredible to me. He grabs that little rebound and then steps out to the 3 or whatever, does that drop back deal that he's been doing his entire ass career.
Mm-hmm.
And Cleveland's like, oh, this is wild. What are we going to do? Nothing with 1.1 left. Literally nothing.
This is the type of performances that probably the smallest market in the NBA. This is how you get new fans.
Yeah.
This is how you sell a lot of Tyrese Halliburton jerseys.
And they're hideous jerseys. I know that's not really the conversation for this segment, but that bright yellow, I mean, I would avoid these guys on a highway if they were striping the highway. That's how they're dressed. They look terrible.
It's kind of like they're doing it on purpose to rattle their opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're going to wear the most hideous jerseys in the NBA to catch you off guard. You will not be comfortable around us.
Off guard was
because
me.
You're probably having a headache just staring at those jerseys.
Off guard was me watching Cleveland inbound with 1.1, but looking at the little score bug and going, they have a timeout. But they have a timeout. There's a timeout. They currently have a timeout. Like, and I know it's just 1.1, but give me a length of the court, like one handy towards the basket, go up to tip it, maybe draw a foul on a shot attempt, maybe have free throws, maybe do anything. Now,
I mean, dare I say fourth quarter coaching 101?
Anything.
Yeah.
And I guess I wasn't paying attention. I should have looked this up before the show. I feel like an idiot. But if it's a full, that's going to advance the ball to midcourt anyways.
Yes.
It might not have been, though. I mean, but still, you get a chance to do literally anything.
Well, how fast can you do this?
Well, but you don't have to.
What I'm doing is I'm perpendicularing.
Yeah, you're doing the timeout sign.
One hand up against the other hand.
And
I think I could do it real fast.
But you don't have to because the clock stops on the made basket at 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever and what I do is I don't pick it up right away because you're not gonna beat back that team because it was a long three. They all ran the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to beat them on a quick inbound. You have guys sound like I know a little bit about basketball. What you have to do is let that ball roll. and then let your guy set and do that 4 from the free throw line extended full court run, long toss deal, and they did nothing. Nothing. Also, I mean, don't give up the rebound to Halbert, let him dribble out, and then penetrate, step back, three-pointer for the win. That part they should have not done.
Pretty genius on Tyrese's part by missing the free throw on purpose and putting the correct right amount of spin on it and getting in position to collect your own rebound and then taking 2 steps and you're at the three-point line already. Just genius basketball. High basketball IQ by Tyrese Halliburton there.
That one was good. The other one was good, too, last night. We'll talk about it when we get back from the break. The Golden State Warriors are they the 4th road team now to go 1 rip on the road?
It's wild.
Oh, my gosh.
The only sad part about Tyrese Halliburton's performance and the Indiana Pacers win
is
his dad, John, couldn't be there to see it.
Why?
Because he's banned from road playoff games
2
after
men
his
on.
last antics.
95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. We're live at Rio Bravo Brewery where I see wings. Is it a Wing Wednesday? Did I not know, Van?
I think all of the meats on Wednesday.
Dang, dude. I'm about that. Had a big state athletic commission meeting today. Lots of combat sports coming to town, Van. Very excited about that.
Cool.
Yeah. They also, they've created some new rules committees to go over some rules as they relate to combat sports here in the state. I asked to be on them. What do you believe their answer was when I asked to be on that?
Not only were you not invited, you're not wanted.
That's what it felt like.
We keep changing the location of these meetings.
You keep showing
And here
up.
you are, present once again.
They go, Friday any comments? I go, can I run these rule committee meetings? They go, we'll get back to you. I'm not joking.
We know what that means.
Yeah. You know what I should have, which I didn't. This is one of those like what you should have said moments. Well, I did. Okay, everyone's got my number. It's on file.
You just call me on my number, which you have.
Yeah, everyone's got it. The big pro wrestling this weekend, Duke City Championship Wrestling, is at the Historic El Rey Theater.
Yeah,
I
baby.
do own that if you want to go to that. If you want a seat to that, I got some bad news.
Oh.
There are none. It's all sold out. The whole thing is sold out, so that's wild.
Well, I mean, the best seat in the house is still available.
Yep, the GA.
GA, standing right
Yep.
next to the bar with me.
You can get in for $20. You can hang out with Van all night long, and it'll be a ton of fun. So go do that if you're excited about coming out and supporting Duke City Championship Wrestling, which again is my thing.
Mhm.
So if you go to dccwtickets.com and get a GA tick, that supports me. Now, also, pro tip: buy one at the door. Going to save you some service charge there.
Yeah. What is it? What is it these days? $3.50?
It's something like
Yeah.
that. It's like it's like almost $3 maybe. I mean, it all adds up though if you're buying multiple of them.
I got a meal delivery service for the first time today since COVID.
Okay.
And they waived the delivery fee because I haven't been on in so long.
Nice.
You would think, but there were $8 other worth of other fees. So did I really get a free delivery fee? I don't think I did.
During COVID, I did every trial of every food delivery thing
And then quit.
and then quit.
Yeah.
I did them all. I was like the Isaiah of cheap.
How many emails you got for Netflix?
Isaiah, how many different food delivery services have you started and canceled?
You'd be proud of me. I actually went ahead and just bought one.
Dang.
I'm not proud of you. I
hung
like
up
I like scheming you better.
Netflix or delivery service? Which one?
Netflix,
Okay.
but I do have the
Makes
little
more
Uber
sense.
special service, but I don't pay delivery fee.
Dang.
I have that with my with the Uber the NFL gave us.
Mm.
I have that where
Yeah.
I can. I've never done it, but I can get food without some sort of fee. I don't know how it works. I've never
just-
done it.
Put another fee on top of that sideways like they did to me today.
Yeah.
Oh man, no $2.50 delivery fee? I'm in, baby. Let's get some sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh, $8 and other fees? Okay, you got me. You got me.
Is it like a weird one where it's like had to open a gate fee or something like that?
I
Like
think they're all standard.
No.
Very standard.
there wasn't like a vicious dog one or anything like that?
No. Oh, my corgi.
Just wondering if there was a
Yeah.
vicious dog one.
Vicious breath.
2 hours of
Your
the program.
corgi's adorable, man.
Thank you. Pretty good dog.
Your dog?
Yeah.
Sucks.
Now hold on. He's very, very dumb. But he makes up for it in so many other ways.
Isaiah, the first time I ever met Van's dog, I go to Van's house, I open the door, the dog runs out, just runs down the block faster than any dog's ever ran ever. Van's like, "Are you going to chase my dog?" I'm like, "No. No, I'm not." 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Developing story, the athletic director of New Mexico Highlands has been released from working there.
That's usually what that means.
I was at Highlands for a lot of years.
Yeah.
There's an article in the Santa Fe New Mexican about it. Did I say Santa Fe Observer earlier in accident? I just had a little flashback. That's Rio Rancho.
Oh, whoopsie.
Yeah, my bad. Santa Fe New Mexican. So
That's a good name for a hockey team.
New Mexico Highlands. This is a Will Weber article. I should have called him for the show. New Mexico Highlands part ways with athletic director Halillo. So Shanna Halillo has been let go from that job.
I don't think this is on the radar for a lot of the friends of the show here in Albuquerque only. Yeah. But it's far-reaching, this show is. And we report on sometimes the hard news that happens in the sports entertainment world.
I don't know if it's hard, but like New Mexico's in a thing right now. Like State got rid of their athletic director. The athletic director leads UNM. Highlands is moving their athletic director. What are we doing? Can we figure it out here?
I mean, how often does a AD stay the long haul somewhere?
In New Mexico, never.
Yeah, you either get fired or you go on to another job.
Live long enough to become the villain. Is that what is that? Die a hero.
Live long enough to become the villain.
So there you go. Updates to come on who will take that over. Somebody will eventually. Spoiler, I bet they're from Las Vegas.
New Mexico Highlands doesn't attract a lot of worldwide attention.
We're going to do a nationwide search for the new baseball coach. That's our plan for New Mexico Highlands Cowboys baseball. They hired the guy from Luna.
What do you mean?
Literally exactly what the Cowboys just did with Brian Schottenheimer. Also,
hey, we're going to do a nationwide.
Brian coach there.
Oh, there you go. We're going to do a nationwide search for the new head football coach. They hired the guy from NIMI.
The only way their job searches can be nationwide if it was sponsored by auto insurance company Nationwide.
That's a good one. Hey, we're going to do a nationwide search for a new women's basketball coach. They hire the assistant coach.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're going to do a nationwide search for the new volleyball coach. They hire the old assistant volleyball coach.
Yeah. I believe Las Vegas, New Mexico to be cute and charming and historic. But hey, rest of the world, I get it. I understand why you don't want to go there.
Yeah, I don't even like going to Santa Fe because it's too close. As soon as I hit that highway, I just start getting anxious. Like, oh,
you get PTSD.
Yes,
it was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine when I was there. It was fine.
It's like you cope, right? It's like you don't realize how bad it was until you leave.
No, I knew. Like,
because you were going from out, you were going back and forth a lot. I was always there, so when I couldn't imagine living up here and then always going back and forth and back and forth.
There's like a rule in radio where it's like, don't take the personal, make it public or everything. Here's the thing: literally everyone I ever worked with is not there anymore.
Yeah.
Like, there's no personal about it. Highlands was fine.
Well, as of yesterday.
Back in my old career field, when I was a social worker, I had an opportunity to take my business to Las Vegas, New Mexico, and expand a new office there.
Okay.
And I was doing a real estate deal for some office space there, and it fell through, and then it kind of fizzled, and I ended up not doing it. And let me say straight to your face, dear Mrs. Fate, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Did I ever tell you that? I don't think I've told this story on air. I know you're familiar with it. The time I got all my tires slashed.
Which time?
Like, it's only happened to me once. It was in Las Vegas.
But multiple tires.
But all four of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was out late.
You only need to do one.
The one would have been sufficient.
Yeah.
And then, so I was out late, and I was enjoying Libation after probably the one win of the year from whatever team I was covering.
Congratulations.
So then I'm out late. And there's like a townie gal or something of that nature And the townie gal was like, "Oh my gosh, you're so tall and white and blue-eyed and not from here.
Mhm.
This is the most mesmerizing thing I've ever." Like if you go to Alaska and you see the
Yeah.
northern polar lights or
Right.
whatever.
Hey, our town had one of you like 12 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, you got swooped up real quick. So, anyways,
Then moved.
so I'm up there, and this gal is she's very nice. So, anyways, we have intentions of spending more time together. And then I'm like, great, we'll go back to the hotel that I always stay at when I'm in town, and I'll show you how cool the lobby is. Like, this is my plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, I get out to the truck, all 4 tires, pop, 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 pop. And of course, it's like a Saturday night into like a Sunday,
Uh-huh.
and that little sleepy mountain town don't wake up on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no one to help your boy with these tires. That's how I summarize. Really, it's not the university. It was like the town.
Mm.
The town gave me trouble. Also, these stories could have happened anywhere. They just all coincidentally seem to have happened to me while I was there.
Yeah. Like it doesn't really happen in real life, but things happen in Las Vegas, New Mexico, and I immediately hear a banjo playing in the background.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about a lot of situations.
That's how Las Vegas, New Mexico is the movie Deliverance. Like, it's perfectly fine until you hear the banjo. Then you're cooked.
Yeah.
It's a wild place. So there you go. They're making a move. We'll tell you who it is when the time comes. Heck, we'll have them on the show.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm in. I'll support anyone who's trying to do the right thing.
Samesies.
And the friend of the show is not confused on the guests that we do and do not have. They're not confused. Everyone available to us. Everyone here? No. No. Do good things. Be good people.
Mhm.
That's all we ask for. Is that a lot? You know who's not coming on the show? George Pickens. Not going to happen.
Nobody bats 1,000, especially humanity.
You see the Popes close the doors today behind them?
Oh,
Yeah, it started.
the Cardinals did or the Popes did? Are we having multiple Popes now?
Yeah.
Dang.
I meant to say Cardinals, but I obviously
Like the Avengers, but of Catholicism.
the Cardinals.
Multiple popes.
80. I think I read that
Are they like triplets or something?
the Popes,
And you can't just pick one. You got to take them as a team.
they have different like Captain Planet. They have different
Yeah.
powers. The
Like you can't have either Van or Fred. Bad news. You got to get both of us.
oh, that's already a truth. My favorite part about you and I is like people that know you better than me say Van and Fred,
Hmm.
and everyone else says Fred and Van
Does that matter?
to me.
Okay.
Your
I
name's
thought you like to be the cleanup hitter.
I do, like in the intro and stuff. I
Yeah.
want to be last.
Uh-huh.
Like it's very important to me that I'm always last. Like on
we had
the byline.
We had a talk about this when we started the program.
Yeah,
Is it Fred and Van or Van and Fred?
yeah. It's Van and Fred.
And you put a lot of thought into it. And I said, now hear me out. I don't care.
Well,
Yeah.
both ways, buh and so it's easy to mix it up.
Right, do that again?
Van and Fred. So it's like the same kind of
The
motion with your.
If we had multiple,
Mix it up.
if we had multiple syllables, I would do the 2-syllable first.
Mhm.
We should have been Van Fred, like my name Manfred.
Well, in the South where I grew up, my name did have 2 syllables. It's Vayan.
One more time.
Vayan.
Like if Christopher Walken had a Southern draw.
Close. Everybody says it.
Vayan.
Vayan. That's my guy, and his name's Vayan. Wow.
He does that
It's
shout.
It's a cool name. Wow. But no, just the South. Not Christopher. Not Christopher Walken.
So the Cardinals are going to pick a new pope. I believe it was all black smoke today.
Okay.
So
They're
updates
close.
to come, yeah. And then the Pope that was the Pope, who's no longer with us.
That's why he's not the Pope.
He's no longer, yeah.
Yeah.
That feet first. That's how you get out of that job.
Rarely abdicate. Mostly just
Rarely,
die.
yeah.
Mostly
Most
just die.
primarily,
Yeah.
that's their deal. So whoever they pick, I heard of the guys in the running, and I'm not going to put anything out there into the universe because I don't want that pope, the new pope, to hear that I maybe predicted a different pope.
Oh, sure.
But I do know that they all said they would never meet J.D. Vance.
That's a bargaining chip they have.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not doing it.
No.
If I have to meet anyone from this cabinet.
Yeah. Because they obviously believe in witchcraft because they're Cardinals or religion. Did I say witchcraft? Religion.
Yeah. Whoopsie.
Yeah. And they don't want the curse of that.
Hard agree. Are there betting odds?
Yeah. There are absolutely betting
odds. A little
odds.
skin in the game here.
And of the betting odds, there's like, for some reason, they're political.
Do the betting odds change if it's like really rainy and muddy, like the Kentucky Derby?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Now, most of these Cardinals were appointed by the Pope, and they're all pretty aligned with the past Pope's principles. There's a lot of P's here. So of the Cardinals, more than likely, you're going to get a Pope who's very similar to the Pope who's passed because of the principles of being appointed. Pizza Bale.
Pietro Parolin, 26% chance to take this guy. Luis Antonio Tagle, 22%.
Got it.
Matteo Zuppi, I want it to be him really bad.
Now, is he the Brazilian?
Like really bad. He's 10%.
Is he Brazilian or no?
God, I don't know.
Okay, that's right.
They
Keep
have
going.
those long robes on. I can't tell.
All right.
Pierre
Can't tell.
Batista, Pizza Balla, 9%. Scratch what I just said. I want him.
Now, give me his full name.
Pierre Batista.
From the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Pizza Balla.
Hey, it's me, the Pope. It's a Pier Battista Pizzaballa.
I bless you.
I am assuming that's an Italian name. Could be from anywhere.
Historically, percent-wise.
Here's a boring one.
All right.
Peter Erdo.
No, throw him out.
7%. No.
Where's he from? Poland?
No. It sounds like he's from like Cleveland or something. Peter Turkson, 6%.
Hey, my
John
Pope.
Mark Aveline. We're getting back to it here.
My Pope's not from Cleveland.
All right, now here's all the long shots.
All right. Dark horses. Is
Fridolin Ombongo.
All right.
That sounds fun. That dude can party.
None of them party.
Well, they have a little Pope party.
What is that?
You just walk around with your big staff and your pointy hat.
Oh, you're talking about a potpourri. Sorry, Pope party.
Yes, that's what I said.
Potpourri.
Pierre Batista Pizza Balla.
So anyway, Pope Watch is currently
I'm
under
scared
effect.
to say that for the third time.
Say it one more time.
No, I'm not saying that for the third time.
Pierre Pope what? Do they already have the next Pope name picked? Because you have to change your name from your previous name to your pinnacle name or whatever.
If he doesn't go by Pope Pizza Balla,
he won't. That's what I'm saying.
The world should end.
No, he'll go by like Martin.
In honor of 90s hit comedy, Martin, starring Martin Lawrence, obviously.
No, well, I was just going with names that I know have been the Pope or whatever, but yes, that's the way it works. Also, you can make a movie out of it. If he was Luke, he could be a new Pope.
Gotcha.
2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Live from Rio Bravo, the sports animal. the show where normally when we introduce a guest, we tell you who they are, we tell you what they're an authority in, we tell you how they make an impact in the community or the sports world as a large. But there's no real way to do that when Kyle Biederwolf joins us. Kyle?
Yeah, I don't do any of that, so it's a tough intro.
Kyle Biederwolf joins us.
You know what I can do, though? I can talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder, or I can talk about the George Pickens trade.
All right, we will circle back to George Pickens right now for you. Van and I believe it's going to end up exactly like every other time that the Steelers get rid of a troubled wide receiver, which is poorly. Tell us why we're wrong.
I'm not going to give that take. I'm a diehard Cowboys fan, and we gave up a third rounder for a cheap contract for a guy that if he balls out, he's going to come back and ask for T. Higgins type of money that Jerry's just not going to give him. So we gave up a third rounder for 1 year with George Pickens. Hope we win the Super Bowl for that investment. We're not going to.
Be a good trade if you did.
Yeah. It's not going to happen.
You think Higgins? I think he's like a Jalen Waddle type of money guy. That seems right.
Yeah, I don't know. People today were already, like non-Cowboys people were saying that they top 3 duo for wide receiver cores.
What would the ones above it be?
I mean, it could be Jamar Chase and Higgins.
Yeah.
It could be Antonio Brown and Devonta Smith.
I wouldn't say that, but I'm still following you.
Oh, now hold on. I thought they had him for 2 years.
No, just 5.
It's a 1 year rental. If they don't extend him, it's a 1 year rental.
Last
a
year of his rookie
third-round
contract.
pick for a rental.
Now you understand why I can't have a take.
Oh my goodness!
I can't defend Jero on this.
Yeah, I just don't think for a second that it was a smart move from a Cowboy perspective. I think it's a super smart move from a Steelers perspective. Because whatever you end up doing with it, maybe you just use that ammunition to move up more, closer, faster to a player you want in the whatever rounds next year or the following year.
Yeah. That's exactly what this is, right? We're going to see Tomlin miss the playoffs. We're going to see them. They're going to trade up. There's a couple really good college quarterbacks coming up the pipe next year. I think they're going to sit this year out.
They don't currently have a quarterback.
Skylar Thompson and
Other.
Yeah.
Roster
not their best one. Their best quarterback's gone. Cooper Rush, obviously.
Okay.
Obviously, Cooper Rush.
Where is he
on the
at?
roster?
Yeah, he's signed somewhere else.
Is he in Seattle? I
He's
really
dead
don't
to
know
me.
where he's at.
Yeah.
He is dead to me, so
Oh,
I'm
bummer.
not following him anymore.
Like for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you get a speculative 3rd round pick, speculative 5th round pick, but they also get a sure thing, a healthier locker room and roster.
Yeah.
So they are better for this is an addition by subtraction.
Well, you might be saying a thing that we didn't really talk about earlier, which is, the Steelers have been trying who'd you say it was? Skylar who?
Thompson.
Yeah. They've been looking for a quarterback. Like maybe they're having conversations with guys like Aaron Rodgers, or maybe they're having conversations with whatever. And they're saying things along the lines of, hey, we're past the point where we want to deal with nut job wide receivers. Like
Kyle, you were spot on with your NBA pick, but you're way off here. I didn't know you were a Cowboys fan though. So that's why you were so easy on me when my Lakers lost. But I strongly disagree. You should be. I know it feels weird, right? It feels like the rug's going to get swept under your feet if you get excited about this. But just think of the best years the Cowboys had passing the ball. It was always when they had 2 receivers. We've needed a secondary receiver to help out CeeDee Lamb ever since Amari Cooper has left, and this is going to be that. When has Dallas ever had a receiver that was just a complete head case after Des Bryant? Terrell Owens was an issue. He got up out of there.
Michael Irvin?
So in the 90s.
The king?
So
crazy.
So
the luckiest guy alive that there wasn't social media at the time?
So the guy who won 3 Super Bowls. Okay, sign me up. Also, been in football locker rooms, the whole locker room cancer thing messing up the team. As long as the receiver and the quarterback are fine, that's all.
Yeah.
That's all false narrative. It really does not matter.
Yeah, I mean, Isaiah, I want you to be right. Don't get me wrong. Tomlin, though, is the guy, though, that I figured could keep people in line, right? He kept Antonio Brown in line. He kept Chase Claypool in line, and then they got rid of him when it was too much.
It was too much.
But when Antonio Brown went to a different situation in Tampa, he ended up keeping his head on his shoulders
Yep.
for a season, won a Super Bowl.
True.
So it can happen.
The Steelers got to go into, I mean, I do believe it's an addition by subtraction, but the Steelers have to go into the season now with their number 2 wide receiver being legendary bag getter. How is he on my roster? Robert Woods.
The third.
Yeah.
The kid
That's
from
incredible.
they'll get the kid from the Jaguars that got cut today. What's his name?
Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis. That's who they'll end up with. And he's fine.
I mean, the
He's
Steelers
fine.
have DK Metcalf too.
Yeah. The Steelers just aren't good.
Okay, the locker room may be healthier, but they just fumbled a potentially really good offensive season. Because as bad as Aaron Rodgers looked last year, with Metcalf and Pickens, 2 guys who can literally just throw the ball up if you got guys in your face, now it's back to just one primary receiver. I was excited to see those 2. So I was shocked to see they got rid of them so fast.
I can't wait to come on in September and be like, or Zay's like, "Oh, Kyle, I told you so, man." But this is an NBA or NFL season, though. We got some NBA playoffs tonight. We probably got a game going on right now, right?
I love your
We do.
radio initiative here to transition out of a topic with 4 minutes left in the segment. Do you feel that the Thunder deserve only 4 minutes, or do you want me to try to recover a conclusion of this Cowboys talk and then do the Thunder at the bottom of the hour, which, by the way, you're not supposed to say in radio? Like, which one do you want here?
I think the 68-win Oklahoma City Thunder deserve more than now 3 minutes and 28 seconds.
Yeah. So we could spend 3 minutes and 25 seconds talking about how Cowboys haven't even figured out how to re-sign their best player defensively, Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
And now they're going to put on their plate this, what we at least 75% of us think is a nut job in George Pickens.
George Pickens' agent is the same agent that Micah Parsons has. So hopefully when he's talking to this said agent, he can work out long-term deals with both of them.
Yeah, save a little money for George, huh, Micah?
And by the way, it's 100%. I agree the man's crazy. I believe he's got to loose through.
All right, I needed to hear that.
But Dallas needs that because there's enough leaders on the team, at least personality-wise, where, it's not going to be as easy. A lot of times guys like Pickens, when they have other people in the locker room that they can go complain to and vent to, then it makes it easier for them to stay that way and to become that type of cancer. But if you're like complaining and other people are like, I don't want to hear it, then eventually you're going to shut up. You're going to be like, okay, I'm just going to shut up and play football because no one cares.
There is a % chance that he shows up and holds out for a contract before it even starts. I'm there with you.
I'm
going to say 20?
Flip a coin. 20%
50?
low.
You think 50?
Yeah.
Honestly, that'd be the best case scenario because then we don't have to worry about him playing one good year and then dipping. Then it's like, all right, yeah, let's get.
What if he
this
just
guy
played
now.
one stable year?
No, what's going to happen is that he's going
Would
to
help.
play great next year. Jerry's going to give him the money. He's going to have an okay year the following year, and Jerry's going to trade him for 1 7th rounder.
Then he's going to pull a Justin Deshaun Watson Tucker and then doesn't get to play out his contract.
We don't know about
I
that.
bet Aaron Rodgers is really second guessing his draft strategy now that they didn't get another wide receiver in the draft.
This makes me think that he's not even going to go. He's not signed there, correct? I mean, it's all speculation. They don't have a QB,
I
but
think it's a handshake deal. Like he hasn't hit his ayahuasca quota yet for the offseason. And then the second he does, he's a Pittsburgh Steeler.
he seems like the type of guy to me that if he's going to be your quarterback, you need to get an okay past him for something like this. And I don't understand why at the tail end of his career, he would be okay trading future first-round pick or third-round picks for a great second option.
Agree.
The other side of everything you just discussed is the quarterback for the Cowboys, where if you are the leadership of the Cowboys, if you're Jerry Jones, if you're whoever's in the front office making these decisions, you think you go to the quarterback of the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, and say, hello, Dak, what talent would you like us to trade for? He does not name George Pickens.
Yeah, he does.
He would pick someone sane.
No,
Here's proof. Last night when the rumors started picking up, CeeDee Lamb tweeted out a picture. What's the guy from The Simpsons? Is it Marv, little guy?
yeah, the
He's
little
like
kid waving. Yeah.
Yeah, he posted that as rumors picked up. And then as soon as the trade went down, the NFL responded with a hand wave to CD Lamb.
Yeah,
So
that was
CD wanted
8
him.
hours before the trade went through, and Cowboy fans were freaking out that he was like waving goodbye to the Cowboys.
Yeah, they
online.
he posted the wrong meme of the kid. He should have been the one that said,
I'm in danger.
Is it Ralph?
Ralph.
There you go.
Ralph.
I didn't know who Marvin was. I was confused.
I never watched The Simpsons.
What?
I'm too young for that type of thing.
It's still on today.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Yeah, he was too young when it was good.
Oh,
That's probably it.
been a while. The last time The Simpsons was good, so were the Cowboys. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. Oklahoma Thunder City Talk when we get back. The Sports Animal. You're really coming in your own here on the program. Kyle Biederwolf joins us. We are at Rio Bravo. What are you doing tomorrow morning? You going to go to the Y with me?
I got an 8:30 and a 9.
That's the middle of the morning. Like, let's go like 6.
Yeah, let's take this offline.
You got Hawk on the line. End of the show, Hawk.
One time, I told Fred I wasn't going to make a 7 a.m. breakfast in Santa Fe right at 7 a.m. And all night he gave me grief for it. Got there at 6:55. Guess what time Fred showed up? It's like 7:15 or something.
There's no way. I was 100% there on time.
Yeah, I know you got a brand to keep, so
I worked
we'll
the
say,
room.
you know.
I worked the room. I sat down at 7:15. Friend of the show, Hawk, joins us. I'm sure he's excited to tell Kyle Biederwolf while he is wrong about George Pickens. Hawk, welcome.
And the Thunder.
Hey, just like you guys need crazy friends of the show, the Cowboys need a little crazy once in a while.
I agree.
All right. Zay loves
Hawk-
that.
Hawk-
I mean, hey, and you guys are talking like Pittsburgh gained something because they lost the crazy man. They're getting toyed around with by the Aaron Rodgers.
Mhm.
Talk about adding a crazy man to a organization.
Oh, that's a great.
That's a bar.
Hawk, I'm upset with myself for not thinking of that.
He doesn't
Come
play
on
there.
now. I
But
mean,
the locker
hey,
room's
he
going to get
wants to be
healthier.
the only crazy guy. It's just Highlander rules. There can only be one.
He doesn't play in
oh,
Pittsburgh.
is that what it is? They
Yeah.
couldn't have two crazies in there, huh?
Yes.
There's a quota.
Well,
here-
Metcalf's there.
Well, here's the deal. I mean, we all know that, in fact, as a Cowboy fan, I wish we were a little bit more, less country club. Ain't no better way than to ruffle some country club members than to bring in a crazy man. And now, I mean, thinking about X and O's, double teaming CD with another number one on the other side ain't going to be as easy. So I'm all for it. You know, we need all we can get. And I think Jerry, another crazy man. I mean, what's adding a crazy man? We got a crazy man running the organization.
There you go.
Zay's going to love this take from Hawk.
Oh yeah, he's right on.
All right, fellas.
Hawk's right on the money.
Good call, Hawk.
You guys have a great afternoon and peace out. Love the show.
Come to Rio Bravo. Eat meat.
It's a good invite.
Since the year 2000, the Dallas Cowboys have had 33 arrests of players. That places them
That's
seven.
less than Georgia
You got
last
me there.
year.
Yeah,
place-
you got me there. Dallas is definitely notorious for their players getting in trouble.
This
Like the party.
places them 17th on the list of NFL teams with the most arrests during that period.
I'm surprised.
So just
it's that
Who's
low.
number one?
mediocre.
It's always the Vikings.
They're
for some
mediocre
reason.
at getting arrested
I
too.
was going to say it's either the Packers or the Vikings. That's
So
some
the
Midwestern.
Raiders, Cincinnati
Because they have nothing to
too.
do?
Cincinnati
Is it
players.
because they have nothing to do?
Sounds
Yeah.
Like in
I
those
mean,
cities?
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, I'm thinking Vikings, Cincinnati. How is that? How is it not like LA?
Number one is Minnesota with 55, Denver 54. That's always weed. Cincinnati 50, Kansas City 40, Cleveland Browns 39. There you go.
The Browns make sense.
So there you go. A lot of
But like
arrests.
the Packers lead, but it's for weird stuff in Green Bay, like jaywalking, dancing after midnight. That's what you can't do in Green Bay.
The big Dallas one I remember was Nate Newton. Remember Nate Newton had like 200 pounds of weed in his car when he got arrested?
He wasn't the only one.
No, you're thinking of the kid from the Rams.
Oh, it was Rams. My
Yeah.
bad. My bad.
That was Greg Robinson.
There
Is
you
that
go.
who that was?
Yeah.
Nate.
He loved it so much he did it twice.
And then Newton got arrested twice. So he had 200 pounds of weed in his car, got arrested. And then like 2 weeks later got arrested again with almost 200 pounds of weed in his car. Like he was a literal mule.
He's like, oh, I thought I got in trouble for having over 200 pounds. I kept it under 200 this time. I thought this was fine.
He's been going to the gym.
Man, he is just a few years too early on the drug muling thing.
Sam
He's
Hurd did that
he's
too.
a businessman now.
What was the name of the lineman in Dallas that was crazy?
The defensive lineman.
Yeah.
Are you talking about
Greg Hardy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's fun.
I'll tell you one thing about him though. He started using his powers the legal way and was like, I'm just going to become a fighter.
Hey, here's a fun stat about Greg
don't get
Hardy.
in trouble for it when you get paid for it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm
Sure.
going to steer this anger in the right direction, and went straight into bare knuckle fighting in UFC.
Did he win?
He won some, but I also remember him getting dropped a couple times. He was all right.
Greg Hardy, I forget when he went to the Cowboys, but that was the last time that Jerry Jones signed a free agent worth more than $4 million annually.
MMA record,
2013.
career MMA record across multiple levels, 7-5. Okay.
Above 500.
Yeah.
Take it. Joseph Randall's the one that will always.
The stealing the underwear guy?
Yeah, and the cologne.
Yeah, that dude was weird.
I think it was out of like a Victoria's Secret or something too.
It was like the men one, Me Undies. Is that what it's called?
Really?
Yeah.
Did you just want to say that?
No, that's what it is. Yeah.
I'm not going to kink shame a guy, but keep it legal, brother.
That
He's
was
making $495,000 that year from his stealing.
he could afford Me Undies.
Who just got paid in Bitcoin?
Odell did that.
Odell got paid in Bitcoin. He could have just got paid in undies. I was like, you could have just
Me Undies.
you got so many undies. A lifetime supply in 1 year. Probably could
Randy
have got
Gregory was
probably could have got a deal with Me Undies and got free underwear.
All right, the least amount of arrests since 2000. Philadelphia Eagles, 15.
wow.
They have the
And they
Philly
get all the
PD on the
Georgia players.
payroll.
Yeah.
They have to have
It-
the Philly PD on the payroll.
Tied with the Detroit Lions at 15.
It's because
They get all the
Philadelphia is like
Georgia players.
Fallujah. You can just openly commit crimes everywhere and no one notices.
Yeah, if you're a football player in
Yeah.
Philly, they thank you for
Yeah.
stopping for them.
For sure.
Because Georgia is what we always know is like the number one spot in college, and then Philly grabs all the Georgia guys.
Yeah.
Somehow converts them into
Somebody
Maybe.
did something
Georgia Bulldogs are a bunch of racists
in cars.
in cars.
They
Yeah,
race cars.
They race everywhere.
They race cars.
Yeah, they get tickets. They,
That was good.
vehicular manslaughter.
I know-
Racing all over the place.
I know quite a bit about college administrations. I know quite a bit about municipalities. No doubt in my mind that somebody at the administrative level of the University of Georgia, probably athletics, but possibly academics, had a affair go wrong with the police department in Athens, and that's why all the smoke is there now.
Okay.
Ah.
Because
this-
this has been happening forever.
Yeah.
Like that's part of their recruiting
Mhm.
process.
Yep.
You like to play hard.
Mhm.
You like to drive fast. You're a bulldog.
Yeah. And in West Athens, we got laws. That's what it was.
Uh-huh.
But it has gone array in some way, and that's why there's heat there now. Because I'm telling all this stuff happens in every college town, but there's a plug or there's a whatever.
Sure.
That's why Athens is that now. They get you.
There's a lesson here. Pay off the cops.
Get out of jail free.
Love to see it.
I mean, it's not free. Get out of jail bribe
Yeah, yes.
to the Athens Police Department.
Long con.
Yeah.
Think about the real cost.
It's me, Marcel, of the Braves. It was Ozuna. I blew
Ozuna,
the joke.
It's me, Ozuna from the Braves.
12 hard minutes on the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
Whenever we get back. It's 2 Men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Welcome back to Two Men On, where during the break, Van was giving the entire oral history of Chi-Chi Saltalamacchia to Kyle Biederwolf.
And I still won't update the contact info.
The Oklahoma City Thunder play tonight. I believe they're playing the Lakers. Is that correct?
Say wishes.
Nice.
Sorry, man. I was thinking that was tough. That was a tough series. I have a buddy that's a Lakers fan, and he is
Also lame.
Yeah, he is just unbearable. And I did a lot of smack talk, and it felt great. But then,
Well, it's
but then,
all right. Yep.
and then OKC lost game 1, and I got it all right back
In embarrassing fashion, too.
Yeah,
They played?
on Monday.
I
Oh,
thought
you
they
thought
just
they just
spotted
gave it
him
away?
one. Yeah, I was confused.
That's
Yeah,
terrible.
Aaron Gordon hit a game winner.
Yeah, and
First
it's-
time
and it's-
ever.
It's tough to
That's second time. This
yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's tough to hate on Aaron Gordon too.
No,
you know,
his
with the
hair makes it
connection-
easy.
Well,
with the connection back to Albuquerque with Drew. He changed his number to Drew this year. Somebody's gonna hit a game winner against us. Yeah, I guess it has to be him.
a fair assessment. But I don't think it's as much of Aaron Gordon hitting a game winner as it was Russell Westbrook not shooting a game loser
There you go.
and passing to Aaron Gordon. Like that's the big takeaway from
If
this
you would have
thing.
done that in OKC a little bit more, maybe we would have had a couple banners.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Where's the game tonight? Oklahoma.
Correct. Game
So-
2.
So they couldn't even win the first one at home.
Correct. You know,
Man, dude.
Aaron Gordon and Jokic.
Now he's good. I've heard of him.
They combined for half of the Nuggets' points. They just dominated down low. It was the Thunder tried to put Chet up against Jokic the entire first half, and it just did not go well.
It doesn't
But
go
they'll-
well for anyone. He's the best player on the planet.
Yeah, but you can't let him get 42 and 22 and
No, they
7 or
didn't let
whatever.
him. He earned those.
Yeah.
He went,
Well,
He took it.
I'll tell you this though, if every all the criticism on the Thunder this year, right, is they had the 7th best record ever in the NBA.
we
but,
heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone
68 wins.
68 wins. But everyone says that they need to show up in the playoffs, right? Do they have the experience? Are they going to be able to execute? And it was interesting to watch them fold at the end of game 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that this game, right? I'm a no BS type of fan. Like this is the game. Shea's gonna win MVP. All the voting's already in. Let's see you play like an MVP. Let's see you go out there, put up 35, 8, and 7, win the game by 20. They have to go out there and make a statement today, or it's. I'm not optimistic about the series.
They're going to hold the vote. Whoever wins this series gets to be the MVP.
Yeah.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you
for
go.
sure.
That's
for
what
sure.
the best player, the MVP, will win the series.
Yeah, correct, and it's the man I'm wearing the jersey of, number 2,
Now
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
that's how you pronounce it.
Number 2
All right.
in MVP voting.
Yeah.
In 2024, correct. Last year he was number 2 in voting.
What time is the tip off tonight?
I mean, it's scheduled for 7:30, but it'll be a little after that.
So, well, the question is, did Denver bring the exact same team that they had in game 1?
I believe so.
See, that's bad for Oklahoma City
Yeah,
because
we'll see.
if you remember game 1, they were able to be victorious.
Yeah, well, they better win tonight because we're headed up to Denver on Friday for
Now,
game 3.
Who's weak?
Oh, you're going with them? That's cool.
Yes.
And you'll be back Saturday in time for Duke City Championship Wrestling.
We
at
are
the
coming back
historic LA.
Saturday because Mother's Day is Sunday, and Mama Beater Wolf would not be okay.
All right,
if I
hold
missed
up.
that.
Is Mother's Day Sunday?
Correct. Everybody
Yes.
listening, you're
All
welcome.
right, so, well, friends of the show, breaking news alert. Sunday is Mother's Day?
For this tip, my Venmo is.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's
I
at
will only get
somebody,
requests.
Somebody will send you money.
yeah, it's at
Yeah.
SGA Lover 42069.
SGALVR.
There you go.
So
No,
we-
but it's. I never want to say anything's a must win, right? This team's really good coach. They got to win tonight. They can't go to Denver down 0-2.
they'll never come back to Oklahoma City.
It's not a must win until the other team has 3 wins.
Technically.
Then it's a must win.
There you go. Technically, that's the technical answer.
Well,
Correct.
also, this team doesn't know how to play chasing in a series. Like, they don't know how to be down a game.
Yeah, they've been picking on people.
Yeah, they don't. They definitely don't know how to be down 2 games.
Yeah, and I will say that this is no one wants. It's really easy to come up here and say, hey, this was good for them, right? They need to face some adversity. It would be really easy to say that was a slip up.
That's not what
But-
I would do.
But this team hasn't faced a lot of adversity, so I think that's what I mean. I think tonight is going to be a great example of has this team advanced where they were last year.
They
where
handle adversity better than all of them. Like, and I'll use like Josh Giddey as an example.
Josh Giddey is on the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, why? Because they handled that adversity. They took that weird situation, shipped it out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and they got Alex Caruso out of it. So some would say that the Oklahoma City Thunder might have fleeced the.
I agree completely. Because the Oklahoma City Thunder is the best run professional franchise in all of sports.
Yeah.
As of yesterday, Sam Presti was Executive of the Year in the NBA.
Yeah, they George picking Josh Giddey.
There you go.
Yeah,
What a
Smart
great way
move.
to circle that back.
Mm-hmm. I've done this before, Kyle.
This is obviously my first time.
The Oklahoma City Thunder win tonight if they do what?
If they're able to stop Jokic from scoring,
Oh, they're cooked.
and I'm not
then.
saying
you're
stop
done.
him. Hey,
They're done.
keep him from under 25 paint points. Let him shoot from beyond the arc from mid range. Don't let him score 25.
What if he
under
gets
the-
25 from the logo? It's still 25.
Hey, then maybe they deserve to win.
If Jokic only has 25 points, that means he also has 15 rebounds and 20 assists. They're better off if they score 40.
Hey, the Shea Gilgeous Alexander playoff come out game tonight. Must watch TV.
People can
That's
tell.
that's brave of him finally coming out.
People can tell you're a real fan because you say Shea Gillis Alexander without
said it wrong.
stuttering every time.
Yeah.
You're the only person who says it right.
Shia LaBeouf.
No one knows who
Gilgamesh
SGA
Alejandro.
is quite yet. He'll win the championship, and then maybe people will give him some respect.
Everyone knows he was the second place MVP vote getter in 2024. The people talk about that all the time.
Deserved it.
Love it.
Kyle Beaterall, thank you.
The Thunder win by 14 tonight. That's my guess.
Okay. I like that.
I'll take the under.
Zay, what's your guess?
Lakers in 5.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say. Lakers in 5. No, I'm definitely going Nuggets, and Cavs are going to come back and win.
The Nuggets.
Dang.
Zay's a hater.
Dang.
The Nuggets, OKC, their record, OKC's record versus the teams left in the West is like 8-10. So
Yeah,
guys
well,
are in trouble.
it was 8-9 until we lost on Monday. So
You're listening to SGA on. 2 men on. I had nothing. I really screwed that one up. I was going for the number 2.
Thunder and 6.
95.9 FM and AM 610. Day Sports Channel.
Fred Slow with producer Isaiah Johnson on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Welcome back to 2 Men On. We're live at Rio Bravo Brewery, talking the world of sports, sports adjacent, culture, updates, news, and other. Jace Hinton joining us on the program. Jace is the voice of New Mexico Highlands Athletics and apparently Luna Community College. Welcome, Jace.
How's it going, guys?
Doing good. Put that microphone right on your mouth.
Gotcha.
The big sports story of the day outside of the city of Rio Rancho, New Mexico, getting a hockey team yesterday is that Utah Hockey Club has they picked a name, boys. It's out there.
The Mammoth. I like it.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay, the jerseys and colorway, pretty strong.
All right.
I can dig it.
Describe it to me.
The name sucks.
You don't like the name?
No, it's
there
not
was
good.
so many cooler options.
It looks
What was a
again.
better option?
Okay, number one, and I will yell this from the top of the
All right,
Sandias.
yell it.
Utah Hockey Club.
No.
New Mexico Hockey Club.
No.
It's cooler. Just represent your state, represent your colors. You don't need a stupid name.
No.
Also,
See,
they had the opportunity to be
so you were a guy
the
that.
Yeti.
Okay,
That's
cool.
way
That's kinda
better
cool.
than Mammoth.
But the Avalanche already have the Yeti foot as like an alternate logo.
Who does?
The Avalanche.
They have a Yeti?
They have the alternate logo as the Yeti foot.
Yeah, well, it's just the feet. Utah gets the whole thing.
I think it's a fine enough name-ish. And the only reason it kind of works is because of this thing Isaiah brought up however many weeks ago about 100 people fighting one gorilla.
Yeah.
Because historically, 100 humans have fought one mammoth and won every time.
Every time.
Every single time.
Which usually cliffs and gravity, but
Cliffs and gravity.
What else would there be out there? Geysers? Is Geyser a cool name? I don't know what else is in Utah. Monuments?
beautiful national parks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The monuments would be cool. That would be cool.
You were a guy that liked Washington football team, didn't you?
I did. I loved it. It's incredible.
Man.
That's the best name they've ever had.
It's better than Guardians. Let's be honest. That is
No,
Mammoth is way
Garden-
better than
well, that's
Guardians.
the name of the bridge. Like, it's a whole
Yeah.
thing. Like, I don't
It's
hate
tied-
that.
It's tied into the city. They like it there.
Yeah.
I think it's dumb looking
No.
in from the outside, but they love it.
If you're looking at Salt Lake City and you're looking at the state of Utah, what else are you going to call them?
Well,
the Stormin' Mormons.
That's
That's
it.
BYU though.
Yeah, it's already taken.
That's
Yeah, that's like if BYU was to change their name from the Cougars, they would be the Storm and Mormons.
It is. Here's the real answer.
But their loss is Utah Hockey Club's gain. They could be the Stormin' Mormons if they wanted to.
The real answer is this, and you guys are close to it with this Mormon talk,
Okay.
but it's the Utah Whiteouts.
The Whiteouts.
The Whiteouts?
Yeah,
Because of all of
the snow.
The snow.
Snow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Snow.
What do you
Okay.
think I was talking about?
Oh.
Not snow.
Have you driven through Utah? Have you spent any time in Utah?
Yeah, it snows. It gets
You would get what I thought.
the snow. It whites out.
I lived in Utah for a minute.
Yeah, whites out the terrain. It's like a from the snow.
Okay, Jace, you said BYU has already claimed the Stormin' Mormons. Hear me out. The Latter-day Skates.
Yeah, that's very good.
You like that
That's
one?
pretty good.
Is that a good one?
Yeah, that's a good one. I
Okay.
like that one. Latter Day. That's pretty good. I like it.
Prospectors, is that on the list?
What were all the team
That's a good
names
one.
that were
I don't
out
know
for
what
it?
the official ones were. I'm just trying to come up with things that I know relate to Utah.
The finalists were Mammoth,
Okay.
Outlaws,
Ooh.
and Utah Hockey Club.
Outlaws would have been
Outlaws
would have been good.
Better.
It's
Yeah,
boring.
Outlaws-
It would have been better.
boring.
Yeah.
Outlaws make sense with them being from in the western part of the country, and that would
No,
make
not
sense.
that part. They're literally the ones everywhere they've ever lived, talking about the Mormons, who established law and then are eventually ran out of those communities for abusing privileges that they put in place for themselves. Like they're the opposite of outlaws.
Yeah,
They're the lawmakers.
Correct.
the lawmakers,
The abiders.
the abiders,
How about that?
Yeah.
the abiders.
Cold blood.
Another
is that a thing?
finalist was
Yeah.
Wasatch.
What is that?
Allow me
That's
to
it.
Google it.
Thank you.
Because I have
Wasatch-
no idea.
Wasatch is a thing in Utah. There's a lot
Oh.
of teams, a lot of high school teams because I played high school. I played club baseball out there.
Sure.
A lot of them teams we played, they were like Wasatch Black, Wasatch Gold, like they were just based off colors, but they were all their mascot was Wasatch.
I believe it is a mountain range and region of the state.
Oh, so like
That
where I
makes
went to
sense.
college, it was called the Palouse. So
The
same,
Palouse?
yeah, like a thing like that.
Yeah.
Like
I
where
mean-
I grew up, everything was the River Bend.
Mm.
Same idea.
Well, the Colorado Rockies, I mean, that makes sense if they had gone with the Wasatch. I mean, it's a mountain range. It's a, I guess that makes sense too.
I think, and I just looked at the release video, and if you haven't seen it, there's no reason to hear the audio on air or whatever, but it's got some okay-ish looking stuff. The logo looks like the Predators logo.
Yeah.
Like
the side of the face. Yeah.
yeah. Like this logo's already been done.
Like the team, the Predators, or Justin Tucker?
The team, the Predators.
Oh, okay.
The announcement video does feature the Wasatch Mountains that you guys are talking about,
Okay.
which I'm assuming had mammoths at some point.
Yeah.
Mammoths
Probably.
last lived on a little island above Russia.
And now they're extinct.
Like where they vacationed and decided to just stay there and like, build a life together.
Something land bridge.
Oh.
Something
You don't speak
glacier
Russian.
something.
You don't speak enough Russian to translate that?
I'm not reading. I would never access a Russian website
Oh,
because
okay.
I don't want anonymous to get me.
Gotcha.
It's a fine name. It's a fine name.
Are they serving alcohol and caffeine at the hockey games?
I believe they are selling alcohol and caffeine at
Okay.
the Utah Mammoth hockey games.
Well, the church owns Pepsi, though.
Well, Pepsi's its own thing.
Yeah, but they own Coke. Or is it Coke or Pepsi? They own one of those
They
two
own
companies.
You're correct.
Yeah.
It's Pepsi.
It's Pepsi.
They own all of it, and they're just in the group of it.
They own it.
I didn't
like,
know
the
they
whole
owned
thing.
all of it. It's a pretty good get.
It's a huge get.
I'm a big Coca-Cola guy
Your Coke over Pepsi?
every time.
Okay. So if somebody's serving Pepsi, you're not drinking it. Type of
Coke
thing.
Zero is better than Coke the drug.
It is a drug.
Yeah.
Caffeine is a drug. But it's without sugar, so it's less of a drug.
This logo looks like when I would create a football team in Madden. And it's fine.
It's a little AI-y.
They
Little
prob-
AI-ish.
yeah. They probably did use AI to.
The top of the mammoth's head is the top of the Wasatch Mountains, which is clever. Like, and you can
It
do
is.
like, it's tuskup.com.
Yeah, I just saw the
Yeah.
hashtag for it. Tusks up.
All right, well, I'm in. I'm in on it.
I'm here for it.
And also, you know how to excite your own fan base. This seems like a thing that would excite people from Utah.
Yeah.
Hockey?
Hockey's
Yes.
great. Hockey is amazing.
It will excite people from Utah.
But like this branding. Because I don't think people from Utah super identifies with the Jazz branding. Like I get that they like the Jazz. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I don't like that. They do like the Jazz. But
The
that's
Jazz-
a thing that was transplanted to them.
The Jazz branding didn't make
Yeah.
a lot of sense to me.
Well, no, it did when they were in New Orleans. It made perfect sense.
Yeah, when they were in New Orleans, but not when they moved to Utah.
It-
Like change. That's exactly what the hockey team did. Coyotes would not have made sense from Phoenix to Utah.
Well, but to be fair, it's different ownership group. It's a whole different thing.
That's
be
true. That is.
fair.
Yeah, that much is true.
Super far.
Also, if your basketball team's called the Jazz, you should probably have a hockey team called the Blues. Like Jazz and Blues. It makes so much sense.
St. Louis.
What?
St. Louis.
They already have that.
They don't listen to Blues in St. Louis. That's a Utah thing.
I can't think of and maybe Mammoth is it. Like I get what we're saying here. Maybe that's it. But I don't know of anything definitely Utah that's not just the religion that runs it all.
Yeah, just the religion and national parks. Like, what's the third thing? Is it actually mammoths? Mormons and beautiful swatches of earth. Like, that's kind of all that it's known for to me. I
mean,
don't know anything else.
I don't know. I like Mammoth. Outlaws would have been cool, just given the thing froze.
Furniture and Mattress, serving the community since 1936. World class, local style. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
When do we get cut off?
95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal, with the Ronald McDonald House Charities of New Mexico. For the 20th annual Swing for the House Golf Tournament at Isleta Golf Course. Network with business leaders, enjoy food and contests, and help local kids. For more details and to register, log on to rmhcnm.org. Join 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal, with the Ronald McDonald House Charities of New Mexico.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Cooge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Hereeth my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yes, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times?
You're playing the lute.
Go out there, I think, tomorrow after the show.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
Turner and Rose is the way to go.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
Turner and Rose is the way to go.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
Turner and Rose is the way to go.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. The insurance company's job is to pay you as little as possible. Our job is to get you every dollar you deserve. Call Lerner and Rowe today and let's make them pay. 505
I mean, what does it look like? Is it one show?
Yeah.
A series? 10K for one show?
That's what I make in ticket sales.
So they get to recoup the ticket sales?
That's what I'm going to pitch. Is they get recoup on ticket and booze up till 10K, and then we do a split over 10K. Then I'll drive whatever, you know.
Look at you now. No more dry skin. Your skin gets the moisture it craves with
Indulgent Moisture Body Wash.
O'Reilly. Get the full exterior car care experience with the Pro X1 Car Care Collection Wash Kit. Only at O'Reilly Auto Parts. The kit includes all-wheel tire and cleaner, glass cleaner, snow foam car wash, and a microfiber wash mitt. Get the essentials in one box for just $19.99. Choose Pro X1 exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Yeah, I ate a single patty burger once. Never again. Now my dog speaks French, and the moon won't look me in the eye.
You should have doubled it. You always double it.
The almighty hamburger, born of fire, forged in flavor, and sent from the food gods to grace your mortal mouth. It's juicy.
I'm helping Audrey make birthday invitations tonight.
So over the top.
That is
Cumulus Media is treating you to a week full of great deals during Hamburger Week. Monday, May 12th through Friday,
I need you to come to
16th.
Audrey's birthday
It's a whole
party.
week dedicated to the hamburger.
It is
single, double, triple.
May the
you decide,
25th.
because we'll have a chance for you to grab an incredible
It's a
sweet
Sunday
deal from each
at
restaurant every
11:30
single day.
at
Our
the
lineup
Outpost
includes
Ice
Burger
Arenas
21, Rex's
Ice skate.
Hamburgers, Fuddruckers,
Oh, I'd
Hops
love
and
to
Bell,
ice
and the
skate.
Grill on San Mateo. Keep your ears
You guys
and your
can
mouth
ice skate?
open because you can
Yeah.
grab some awesome deals from our
can't
hamburger
roller
crafting
skate.
pros every day during
Or
Hamburger
different.
Week.
They're very
That's an
different.
Exclusive week of sweet deals
Are
to
they?
celebrate
Is it-
our
is
local
baseball the
hamburger
only
makers.
sport you ever
Don't
played?
miss Hamburger
No, I
Week,
played
May 12th through the 16th.
volleyball, basketball, and football.
Fridays
You
and
can
May
skate.
are hotter than ever at Twin Peaks.
Really?
It's
You
Jeff
can skate.
Samieta
Is it
joins
easier
Twin Peaks for tequila
than roller
cervezas
skating and
every
blading?
Friday night.
No, it's much harder,
Top tequilas
but you
and
can do it.
cervezas, plus fiery
man.
red lingerie parties that bring the heat
What
all
is
summer long.
that?
And don't forget Mother's Day, May 11th. Treat mom to mimosas, sangria, and lodge-style specials made just for her.
I'm not going to be mad at anybody for living their own life,
soup,
but
salads, and sandwiches.
you're doing it in
Make
public,
lunch the
so
best part of your day. From Friday
you
fiestas
deserve
to
my
Sunday
ridicule.
brunch, Twin Peaks is the place to be.
The jungle has always had Lobos. You guys have been with me since the very beginning. The Jim Rome Show is on 95.9 FM and AM 610.
Welcome back to Two Men On. We are live at Rio Bravo Brewery. It's a Meet Wednesday. Come meet Van. Also, there's kind of a lot of people here, so come quick if you want to get a table.
What do you got here? 3 tables open. Everything else is taken.
That's the way it looks.
Place is rocking. Some seats at the bar. I'm a bar guy.
Yeah, I like bellying up.
Hey, any right angle at the bar, you will find me.
Ooh.
I'm a corner guy.
Yeah, I like straddling.
Mm-hmm.
Jace Hinton is with us. The Golden State Warriors, put it on the Timberwolves. Pretty good last night. The problem is Steph Curry. So
yeah,
I guess Steph Curry is going to be out week minimum?
A weekish.
Yeah.
He will get the best medical treatment for a hamstring strain known to man in the upcoming days. And I bet he makes a miraculous recovery and does his damn thing.
The Buddy Hield cat looked pretty good. First time in a long time.
Buddy Hield has looked really good all postseason, I feel like the other night against the Rockets in Game 7, he looked phenomenal. I mean, Steph Curry was passing up shots to give it to Buddy Hield. That tells you something. Tells you that guy has been miraculous this postseason.
I don't know if that's the word, but I mean, he can be a fill-in. Because Draymond Green even hit some big shots, which he never even takes.
No.
You know, when Steph's there. By the way, statistically, that's the right move, Draymond.
Yeah,
following your lead on this one.
If your superstar 3-point draining point guard is going to go down, they are in the best possible situation to be helped out by their number 2 guy, because Jimmy Butler has done it year after year after year with no help whatsoever.
He's the
playoff Jimmy is a real thing.
He is in the second round has just kind of been the father of all home teams anyways, but he is the father of this thing.
Correct.
And if you give him, they don't play tonight, I guess they play tomorrow. If you give him a heads up on getting ready for one where he is the one, he won't struggle at that one. He will be fine. He was fine playing alongside Steph. He'll be fine not playing alongside Steph. And if you give Buddy Hield apparently a chance to come in and fill a different number 2 role, he's not the number 1 guy, and then whatever. Yeah, this team could probably still win. Also, they got the one on the road they needed. That's all they needed.
Yeah. Also, Timberwolves 4 straight now. Timberwolves will steamroll the Warriors without Steph Curry.
There's a strong possibility.
This thing is over.
I mean,
they're in a good position to compete, the Golden State Warriors, because they still got Jimmy Butler. And like you said, Jace, Buddy Hield is playing out of his mind. The best basketball he's played his whole career.
Literally.
They're going to get smoked without Curry.
When you got to deal with it, Anthony Edwards, yeah. I mean, Anthony Edwards is one of the best players in the league. By far.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely is, but he might have already had his championship against the Lakers. He might have already did that thing. And if
that dude is way too weird and hungry.
I agree with that.
He wants it all. He's got that blah, blah, blah cliche killer instinct that it takes to be successful at a high level in the playoffs. He's got the thing. Whatever it is,
he's got it.
He's got it. Yeah.
If the Warriors win another game, which I believe they can, and game 5 is not a winner goes home. If it's a situation where if the Warriors can secure game 5 and they won the whole series, try to rush Steph back. But if it's not, if it's a game 5 is just a game, there's a weird 3-day break before game 6.
Yeah.
So in theory, you can go 11 days before he's playing game 6 and maybe game 7. But like I said, they can lose, like you said, Van, 3 straight and have a chance to lose game 5 to Minnesota. You bring them back early.
Sure.
And if they have a chance to seal the deal on game 5, you bring them back early. You don't if they're going to sweep them. If they're going to sweep them somehow, you let them rest through all of it until the next round. That's how I do math.
Close. I can dig it. Also, they're going to pump millions of dollars of drugs and treatment into his human body and his hamstring.
But
he's going to have access to the best medical care in the world in the next few days. And they're going to do whatever they can to get him back as fast as possible.
Yeah, and like
because they're nothing without him.
Right. And like Fred was talking, you're going to need him that next round anyways, because you're going to play the winner of OKC or Denver.
It's Denver.
And,
we're to call it.
Yeah.
It's going to be Denver.
I think it's going to be Denver too. But I think you look at it and you see what you have ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to beat Minnesota to get to those two teams. But if you don't have Steph against those two teams, it's not even close.
Well, a hamstring's a big deal, Van. Like Van did his hamstring in high school, and Van will probably die like 60 years after that.
Of a hamstring.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't go away.
I mean, it doesn't
They
go
don't.
away.
Also, in both yours and my defense,
yeah,
I've had every injury, so we're never going to know what really got me.
Sir, it was all of the diseases.
it was a cumulative effort of all the accidents and horrible things that have happened to you, but most importantly, all the horrible things you've done to yourself.
And the only reason you've lived this long is because for years these diseases and decisions have been battling against each other to kill you.
For supremacy.
And they've only been killing each other.
Yes.
And only now have they aligned in a solidary message.
Join forces.
To eventually
form like Voltron.
Yeah.
To
Voltron.
elicit your demise.
Think there's only so much bandwidth inside a pipe, and they're all trying to force their way through at once to be victorious on the end, but they keep suffocating themselves through said pipe.
You put like 5 or 6 methed out ferrets in a bag.
Yeah.
They're going to fight each other to get out at first, but then eventually the methamphetamines would have worn off, and they start fighting as a cohesive ferret unit and get out of the bag.
Methamphetamine.
Exact same thing.
Methamphetamine.
Methamphetamines.
Yeah, methamphetamine.
Yeah.
I really blew that one. Jace, thanks for joining us. You're the best.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Whenever we get back, we continue from the Rio Bravo Brewery. It's tuning on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Welcome back to Two Men On, live at Rio Bravo Brewery. Been a pretty good little day today. Lots in the world of sports, so that makes the show easier. Hanging out and showing out. Big updates, Van, on what the Rams are doing. Are you ready for this?
Okay, super excited.
So they're going to hold mini camp in Maui.
That's incredible.
So
what is like playing in Puka Nakua's backyard or something? Like, is that what they're just hanging out?
Is that where he's from?
I'm assuming.
Okay. So they're going to go down there. I don't know the governor of Maui. I don't know any of this stuff. But they announced that the team's going to go down there from June 16 to June 19 at the War Memorial Stadium in I'm so bad at this stuff. Wailuku? Guess.
Okay.
So there you go. Should be fun. Last year they did their training camp at Loyola Marymount. Upgrade is what I would say.
Incredible upgrade. Like, you're going to set an unfair precedent for the future of your franchise. Your players will demand that you go to Hawaii every year. They're like, if we're not going to Hawaii, coach, hear me out. We do Cancun. Let's do Cancun. And then a year after that, it's like, look, San Tropez, I hear, is beautiful this time of year, coach. We're going to have to go practice vacation at San Tropez.
You may recall all the wildfires in Maui in 2023. So the Rams raised a couple $100,000 for them then. But, I mean, also as like a NFL team, that's really not that much money. But, I mean, this is kind of part of that effort. I'm going to
buy your way in. Whatever way you need to get in, you do it. And it sounds like they are in. Also, build your second practice facility there. Like, make it a normal thing.
How far is that flight?
There's land to build.
That's not a long flight, right? Like LA to Maui.
God, I would guess like 6 hours?
5.5.
5.5?
Yeah, 5.5.
Huh.
And that's on a commercial plane. I feel like private planes are faster. I don't know why I think this.
Is it a Concorde?
No, those don't exist anymore.
A Concorde is literally faster.
But those...
Does each player get their own jet? Do they teach all their players to fly?
I might just be talking about how you don't have to go through like all the... Because when you charter a plane, you don't have to...
Go through security?
Yeah.
Okay. Check your bags.
Yeah, maybe that's why I think that.
Some young intern does that for you.
More than likely.
Thought you meant flying faster.
Hey, also, if I'm going to get like free agents, like undrafted, whatever's, and I know my training camp's in Maui, I'm picking the Rams.
Duh. It's a genius move.
Yeah, what do you mean Tennessee?
Also, you can scout like a bunch of like hefty big dudes there. Like, they're begging to be offensive linemen. Like, we've been to Hawaii together. A lot of people look like offensive linemen everywhere.
Do you feel this is the final form of Stan Kroenke trying to get geographically as far away from St. Louis as possible?
It's hard to do. It's hard to get further away than the middle of the ocean. Next year, Rams build practice facility in lost city of Atlantis.
People will turn out for this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How many players go to like a deal like this, like a mini camp? It's not the full camp, so it's not the whatever they invite, the 100 and whatever. It's not that.
It's like the people you know is going to be on the squad.
Yeah.
Like your core. Not the people on the fringes trying to make the team. Like, the dudes are going to this.
11 offensive guys, 11 defensive guys, 11 special teams guys, kicker and punter.
Okay, I've never been more incorrect about a human being. Puka Nakua, born in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah.
Grew up in Utah, college in Washington. Is of Samoan and Hawaiian descent. So
well, that part's true.
Got that part.
So you mean historically?
Yeah.
Good move by the Rams, I think.
I think it's genius. Good job.
Now, Sean McVay, who I believe is crazy.
Crazy smart.
Yeah. Going to trap all these players on an island in the middle of the largest ocean on earth. They're going to come up with some schemes. Like, this is how you get, like, this is the ultimate, like, burst out scenario. Where you're like, hey, we're going to get into pods, guys. Let's do a little breakout session. Like, this is, you know what we're going to do? Just remove the distractions. This is that.
I don't know if you've done a lot of team building exercises with your business / company / corporation or whatever. Significantly less work gets done than you think does. I think it's going to be one of those situations.
So
they're hanging out in paradise with their families. They're going to do as little as possible and go vacation.
So you think in March of 26, there's going to be a lot of little young Los Angeles Rams running around.
For sure. Yeah.
Now,
little baby named Maui.
I have vacationed in Hawaii.
Twins named Maui and Oahu.
Yeah. One kid named Y, the other kid named Kiki. I have vacationed in Hawaii. And, like, there's only so much to do. So the thing that I did the most.
I think you're only limited by your own imagination in
Yeah.
Hawaii. You can do whatever the hell you want in Hawaii.
My favorite thing to do in life, I can do anywhere. And being in Hawaii and being able to do it was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice. And with the weird time shift, you're like, I'm up pretty early. I could do my favorite thing before the day starts.
Yeah.
Hey,
I always want to understand.
You're talking
like,
about
why
your
more
yoga
people don't-
practice, obviously.
I'm talking about my favorite thing.
Yeah.
What's that,
I
Isaiah?
I was gonna say I wonder why like more college players don't go there, but then they like heavily recruit Hawaiian players. I think they know that just the extreme overhaul of players would just all want to go to Hawaii.
Well, there's no
So they-
facilities there anymore.
The program's in shambles, but like always, the kid always wants to fly the nest, right? You want to go as far away as possible.
If you grow up in
Like,
paradise,
not a lot of kids are like, you don't realize that not everywhere is Hawaii. Like you romanticize Cleveland when you're in Hawaii.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like
I want to go to the big city, the
Right.
concrete jungle, do something different.
No, in Midwest Mother, not to all, but to a high percent, not trying to put their kid on a speck of dirt in the middle of the biggest ocean on
Yeah.
the planet.
I miss you.
Yeah, they're not cool with that. They say, why don't you just go to Central Christian Baptist Community College of Tennessee's
Right up the street.
Upper Peninsula.
Just go to community college for 2 years like your uncle and get a job in the mines. You don't need to go experience everything the world has to offer.
Don't you know, Junior, that you yearn for the mine?
Mm-hmm. We all do.
Yeah. Historically
Yeah.
speaking.
Put your tablet away, close Minecraft, and get to choring.
Yeah, that's why we have Minecraft, like in the movie The Last Starfighter, to identify those who are most capable of
This is true.
conquering the mine.
Mhm.
And there's no mines literally at all in Hawaii.
Studies show it's everyone. You can be a miner too.
That's why when you're growing up, we call you a miner because eventually you will.
We used to call you all future miners.
Yeah.
But we dropped the first word.
As long as you don't mine.
Now you're just miners.
Or go to Hawaii and fight their most fierce warriors. Like whichever one you want. Those are your two options.
Challenge the volcano.
Also, if you're going to go from a distracting place to another distracting place, Los Angeles is a pretty distracting place in its own way.
Yes.
It's not a culture shock of difference. It's still beautiful weather.
Yeah.
And lots of people you can do my favorite thing with.
Yeah. Palm trees and just gorgeous
Other
lush
types of
landscapes
trees.
everywhere.
Lots and lots of cocoa nuts. That's what you get there.
Ferns. I was thinking of ferns.
You were going to go with ferns?
Palm trees and wild ferns.
California's got reefer, but Hawaii's got coral reef. That's the only difference.
California.
Here we come.
California.
Hey, that's where Hawaii doesn't hang. California's got so many more banger songs about California than Hawaii has about Hawaii.
You could only make so many songs with a ukulele. California has all of the instruments.
You're saying there's only one instrument at all in Hawaii?
I've been twice. That's all I heard.
That's all I heard too.
Yeah.
My next crisis in life, I'll end up in Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to tell people that I fell in love with it when I was at a mini camp for the Los Angeles Rams as a player.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to assume an alias and a
they
life.
Don't have the internet, and
Yeah.
they can't fact check you.
Or why even bother?
Yeah.
You can tell I'm not from there.
Mm-hmm.
You see my size.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, what are you into? And then I'll tell them what my favorite thing is.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, you'll
sacking the quarterback
you'll
because
fit
you're
in-
obviously a defensive end.
So there you go. Stan Kroenke moves the Rams further away from St. Louis. Before the break, we got breaking Dallas news, man. Breaking Dallas news. You ready for this?
Okay.
Dallas Goedert is going to sign with the Eagles again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That Dallas. I thought you were going to give me updates on J.R. Ewing.
Who's that?
It's a character from the hit TV show Dallas.
Did he get shot
in the 80s?
Did somebody shoot him?
Yes.
Now who shot him?
We'll never know.
Somebody definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
The was breaking Dallas news is what I just did. He's second in receiving yards for touchdowns of active players. That's crazy. Oh, playoff. Never mind. They play in a lot of playoff games in Philadelphia. That's really just opportunity. They got him there. Zero to do with talent.
He shows up all the time.
We wrap up the program whenever we get back. Live from Rio Bravo Brewery, it's 2 Men On. 95.9 FM and AM 610. Day Sports Animal. program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. We are live at Rio Bravo Brewery. It's going to be a good one today. It's been a good one today. Got a weird one that just came across my feed here. Cam Rising, the quarterback for Utah.
Mm-hmm.
He is now officially medically retired from football.
Yeah.
He's got that lingering hand injury. This is tough for him because he's still, would you say, Van, 2 or 3 years out from Social Security income?
He's been around a minute. I mean, you could get medically cleared for another 3 or 4 years with COVID rules, injury, reverse NIL.
Yeah, I mean, tough one. Who's the quarterback in Utah now, Van?
For the Mammoth?
Nope.
Oh, for who?
The Utes.
Oh, the Utes.
Just give you one hint. He used to play for the Lobos.
Oh, is that where he went?
There you go.
Huh.
And I got the weirdest political one of the day. We saved it for the final segment here because I am a mixed bag on the World Cup.
Okay.
I love it. I want to go. Like, I want you and I to go to Kansas City, and I want to watch back-to-back games, and I want to watch an American game, and I want to do all of the things. And I am just terrified that it's going to be the worst attended. I am terrified that it's going to be not the World Cup experience as it has historically been in some of the venues, not Qatar, where it has been really successful. And I think that is because of the administration that currently exists. Because today, for instance, J.D. Vance jokes about deporting the tourists who come to watch the Cup games. And there's already, not veiled at all, threats about people coming on tourist visas. And if they stay too long and the consequences that will occur, there's not even punchlines to this. This is not how you host a worldwide event. This is not the language and verbiage that an administration should be sharing with the world as it relates around a tournament that celebrates the world. This is all at a FIFA press conference today.
And if you're a fervent fan of your country's soccer club, you'll probably go anywhere to watch. But anyone who's on the fence about traveling and what that's going to mean, they're out.
They're out.
They're out. They don't want to come here.
No.
They don't want to deal with this.
Also, the Olympics are in 2028.
Yeah. How can we screw that up?
Oh, my gosh.
Let's find out.
We're in 2025. That means 2028 is right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
World Cup next year should have set this thing up for success.
Yeah.
Olympics after that.
Also, how dare them do the Olympics in an election year? If there's an election.
Well, that's even it. It's like to rebuild that trust worldwide. It won't just come back. You know, it'll take generations.
Right.
Like, how bad did Rambo 3 age? You know, these are the kind of things. Don't do this. The joke there, Isaiah, is Rambo was on Afghanistan's side.
Yeah.
Okay.
He helped out. He helped Al Qaeda.
Yeah, he was helping out.
Big
Qaeda.
Rambo guy. That's the one where he's on the. starts
Yes.
out-
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I know my Rambo.
And also, beyond. Oh, look at us! Pinch, poke, yummy, coke. Also, is it going to be like a Super Bowl kind of situation where you're pricing out real American soccer fans, anyways? Is it just a corporate event that the board of, Pepsi, the board of Johnson and Johnson, those are the only people that can go to the matches? There's a lot of factors that could make this a disaster.
Isaiah, you were going to finish the thought.
Yeah, well, I think what's really going to save all of this, you mentioned Super Bowl, is that, what's his name, Gianni Infantino? That's the president of FIFA.
Probably
is that the new pope?
Is that the new pope? Has he been anointed?
Awesome. Congratulations.
Let's go, Gio.
That rhymes. I like it.
God.
And it rhymes with Infantino also. Drake met with him, and Drake's probably going to be performing at halftime at the World Cup. So as far as attendance is concerned, yeah, don't even worry about that.
Is that one in Toronto?
Yes.
Okay.
The 2026 World Cup.
Well, it's at multiple places around the country. It's not like
Yeah.
it's in just one place.
Multiple
But-
places in North America.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, North America. Now, what's going to happen optically, though, is Brazil, Mexico. Who else would be like a really high? Colombia. I don't know who else would be like a really high contender, but those for sure. They're going to have games here.
Yes.
And then the Trump administration is going to put every ICE agent around these stadiums. They're going to put and I don't have punchlines to this part. This is really how it's going to go down. And it's going to, best case scenario, ruin it.
If this
realistic case scenario, ruin lives.
If the xenophobia of what's going on in the country right now continues all the way up into the World Cup, you're going to have people not coming, obviously. But it could be like a Moscow Olympics situation where countries don't even show up.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah, just we don't want to participate in this. See you in 4 years. We'll do the whatever second biggest tournament there is.
Yeah, the next thing.
UEFA, whatever it's called.
Which might actually be this. I don't know enough about soccer. Also, the people from around the world who can afford to get a visa to come to America to watch the World Cup, they can go anywhere in the world with that amount of money and not have this harassment.
Correct.
Mediterranean, check.
Yep.
Anywhere around the equator and beautiful parts of check.
Yep.
No one wants to be a part of our team right now. Canada literally said that yesterday again, because for some reason it's not getting heard.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah, people are like, yeah, no, I'm not. Where do you live, America? Yeah, I'm not.
No. Isaiah's on those international dating apps, so he's been seeing for sure.
No, friends I have from Europe.
Getting pulse of the world here, Isaiah. Stamp that passport, baby.
There's no way that any tourism department's narrative should be, we don't like you losers. That should not be your slogan. Yeah, feel free to pay to come, but we're going to mess with you real bad.
Vegas is reeling because their biggest tourist sector, surprise, surprise, Canadians.
Oh, is that real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Las Vegas is in trouble because Canada flocks to Vegas. They just boycotted Vegas. Vegas is in trouble. This is going to happen to the World Cup. It's going to happen to the Olympics. Don't ostracize the world.
There is not a bunch of...
Because of your tiny dong.
Okay, that part was interesting at the end.
What?
There is not a bunch of wealthy individuals from, I'm just going to make up a place, Europe, that wants to drop, give me a real number, 20 grand?
Sure.
On traveling to Indiana.
Yeah.
To watch Paraguay play Saudi Arabia in the World Cup. That's not a thing that people want to do.
Sure.
Okay. Make it enticing. Incentivize it. Do a direct flight, a layover, an enticement, access. I mean, you do stuff to make this work. $36 trillion in debt. Why don't we put some effort into getting some monies from anywhere else in the world? The World Cup sounds like an option for that. It's in the name.
Not only is it going to be the next big world event, but they're adding 16 teams to the tournament.
Yeah.
And when I say teams, I
countries.
mean countries, other parts of the world that we are belittling denigrating.
Well, hey, maybe you're calling it, though. Maybe this was a art of the deal thing, right? Maybe this is they got the extra 16, so when 16 back out, they can have the original formula.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, maybe it'll be a quiet quit. Maybe it's like they're sitting the B team, or whatever. Like, it's not an actual quit because they don't want to face FIFA, this, that, the other thing. But maybe it's hey, we're not trying. In fact, all of our best players, we actually gave dual citizenship so they go play elsewhere.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Also, the players don't have any worries. The players will be fine.
No, I agree.
Because the players will have gold standard visas, whatever weird thing the administration wants
the
to call
$5 million whatever.
They'll give them the free $5 million citizenship visa passes. But everybody else, all the fans of the country, everybody who's not a millionaire athlete from across the country or some dignitary from the country who has special status in our country is going to be harassed. And it seems a little egregious to say that. Like, oh, they're not going to harass just regular citizens. What are we doing now to our own people? Of course we're going to do it to others.
For Donald Trump, the president of this United States, to claim that he won the World Cup with his team on the field in his home country of the United States, he is going to get that by severely handicapping every other country's team that's trying to come.
Oof.
So even if the United States becomes the victor of the World Cup at home, automatic qualifier, then they didn't really win it.
Yeah.
Wild. Gross. Isaiah back at the studio.
Also, that unlikely situation won't happen anyways. We got to win soccer games.
On a positive note, the Cowboys are back.
They're not. They're not back. Thank you to Kyle Beaterwolf. Thank you to Jace Hinton. Van, final words?
Oh, my goodness, my friend. Too much for the time allotted. Anything we didn't cover, make sure you check out tomorrow morning on the opening drive with Jeff and JJ.
Good job, everyone. Keep breathing.
See you at the Duke store tomorrow, Burke.
Oh, that'll be fun. They got new carpet.